Good evening, everybody. I have no idea where anybody else is right now. So I'm just kind of hanging out. And if I waited like 15, 16, 17 minutes or whatever, I figured, well, I'd better just go live and talk to whoever, and then hopefully some other jerks show up soon enough. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well and waiting for the Barry or Scott or maybe even a rare Antony showing. We'll have there. Cookie Kid. Good evening. Just gonna tonight's drink of choice is Ruby Red Squirt. I found some. Pretty rare to find nowadays. So I had to pick it up. Which is good. It's a good grapefruit soda, if you will. It is the 31st of August in the year of our Lord 2022. Hey, look, since I'm the only one here, you can actually kind of see the fish. I gotta refill my tank. I gotta had some evaporation back there. I've been meaning to do it, just been busy. Haven't been able to do it. But there you go. No squirt in Florida. Well, you're missing out because you Squirt Zero is tough to find. Squirt is not better than Pib Extra. It is not better than Diet Dr. Shasta. Well, I will say this: I think Ruby Red Squirt is probably better than Diet Dr. Shasta, but I can't drink a lot of sugared soda anymore. It's just way too much sugar, and yeah, I mean this is like how like a can of soda is like 140 calories. Like Ruby Red Squirt's like 170. It's like one of the highest calorie sodas out there. It tastes really good though. But you had to give up soda. It was either that or beer. Um, I even the with beer, it's like I used to drink a lot of beer. Now I just don't drink it as much. I mean, if I'm out for dinner, I'll have one occasionally. My younger days was pretty standard. When I get home from work, I usually had a 12 pack of beer or something like that. And I would usually a case of old Milwaukee Pounders because they were cheap. There's a liquor store near my house. Again, Fargo stories, but I live behind a Kmart. And so in North Dakota, because of liquor laws or blue laws or whatever you want to call them, you wouldn't be able to get uh, um, liquor at like a grocery store. A lot of people, like they say, you just go to the grocery store and they can buy their beer there or whatever. Um, because North Dakota was very slow. For the longest time, you couldn't buy liquor. I remember when I was younger, my brother would go. He had to drive to Minnesota to get beer on Sundays because there were no liquor stores open. But we live right on the border of North Dakota and Minnesota. But I remember that. But anyway, when I was 20, when I was able to drink, when I was finally old enough, then they got rid of the bars in Fargo were still closed on Sundays. They changed that very, very quickly afterwards. And then anyway, the whole point of the story is that I used to live in this apartment building that was right behind this Kmart and hooked up to the same, like the there's a little strip mall next to here. Both these things have been torn down, long since gone. But there was a it was called Steve's Package Place. I don't know if Steve was still owning it or not, but they usually had a case of old Milwaukee Pounders. So it's 30. It was actually bad. It was a 30 pack. So it's a 30 pack of old Milwaukee Pounders, and it was like $16.99 or something like that. I mean, just super cheap. But anyway, yeah, that would usually last me that would last me like a month, so it was just like depending on when I had people over to play poker on poker nights, that would turn into I usually go through a lot more of it, but it was pretty cheap. It was a cheap way to have beer. But I remember when I worked at US Bank, I'd get done with a long shift, I'd come home and I mean, this is a while ago now. I remember this is before I met my wife or anything like that. I come home, I would my program that was set into my controller for more World of Warcraft account was set up so my guy would do his random movements or jumps, so like I wouldn't get disconnected, and then I wouldn't have the queue waiting to get me in, and I would get home and I would usually make like a frozen pizza. I get home around 9, and I usually have a frozen pizza or something suitably like garbage that I would throw in my oven. And this, I had this 1-bedroom apartment, but it was a huge 1-bedroom apartment. I've talked about this before. But I throw that in and I turn on Adult Swim on Cartoon Network, and I would just sit down and I would log in, start playing World of Warcraft, start the grind, whatever I was gonna do that evening, and then just like make like a Totino's pizza. Sometimes I would make 2 Totino's pizzas. I've talked about this, and then make them into a sandwich. That was really good. Anyway, yeah, hard to believe that I was single, huh? So that's what need. Okay, so need link, Lance. No, you don't. It's posted, Barry. It's posted in the week. It's posted in the thing. I can see it right there in the weekly Alaboom green room. So I don't know why you're saying that you don't have it. Refresh, fool. There's Scott. Scott found it, Barry. I don't know why you couldn't find it. Anyway.
Hey, man.
Hey, buddy.
Find what?
He says he can't find the link in the in the thing. So, which I think is a bunch of garbage.
Malarkey.
Yeah, a bunch of garbage. But anyway, so I've been waxing. So that here, like, I've never tried. Yeah, just like I've been, because I was monologuing and now I got people responding what I was saying. Big Red is the only red soda I've had. Big Red.
Yeah, Big Red is a Texas thing.
Yeah, it is, but I've definitely had it. And then and I've never tried Bark's red cream soda, but I don't really like the cream sodas. I mean, you
don't like
I don't
cream
know what
soda?
it is. I just don't like it. I mean, it sounds like something I'd like, because I like a good root beer, right? And cream sodas seem to be a derivative.
I like cream soda.
Yeah, but I just, for whatever reason, I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. Let's see here. When I was a kid, I would get the peach knee high.
It sounds like something I'd like.
I really love that bubble gum flavor. Peach knee high tastes just like the fruit. Yeah.
So I was in the Oculus Quest tonight. I got a new Oculus Quest.
Oh, hey, hold on. Let me catch up with all this stuff here. New Jersey has strict liquor license laws. I believe a business can only have a maximum of 2 licenses. So if you have a chain of stores, only 2 of your stores can have alcohol. That's weird. Let's see here. Schaefer Light 12 packs for less than $5 in college. Had a guy pointing me in a football game tailgate and yelled at me, "Oh my God, that man is drinking a Schaefer." Yeah, I've had like the only cheap beer I remember we had was Rough Rider was a beer that was, that wasn't really good, but that was when we were like super cheap. Did everyone go to the homework and watch Sam and Neil Gaiman is begging for people to watch this by Friday because Netflix goes by the first 3 days metrics for their ratings to decide if they renew it? Then you'll get it. It's fine. Anyway, who's texting you? Hey, Matthew. Anyway, you were saying Oculus Quest, you got the one that doesn't have to hook up to your computer, I guess. Is that what
Correct.
you're telling me?
I mean, you can plug it in, but I don't want to be tethered.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I still feel like it's blurry, but maybe that's my eyes. I don't
It
know.
might be your eyes. I've monkeyed with my son's. I mean, I still have the Rift S, whatever, that I can hook up to my computer. The weird thing about it, so when we bought him his Oculus Quest for Christmas,
I can't quite hear you. Am I low or are you low?
I don't know, maybe I'm low.
Lance is low.
You're low. How about this? Am I better now? Is it better now?
Are you on the right mic? Am I on the right mic?
I might, maybe my mic is. Oh, let me.
I just ordered a new mic.
Let me.
You got it now or?
No, I'm using my Yeti, but from work I ordered a Shure
No, I'm
mic.
using my Blue
Sure.
Snowball.
Oh, the good sure, the SM58.
No,
Oh, okay, no.
I got the
Not that
one
great.
down from that. I got
Okay.
the MV7, the little tiny one.
Okay. Is
But-
it the barrel ended one? You know, where like it's a fat barrel on the end.
Yeah. It looks like a big cylinder kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
All right,
it's not as
how
long.
about this? Am I still low?
No, you're good.
That's okay.
All right.
It's just a little low for some reason.
Yeah, well, maybe it's you. No, what was I saying about?
Bark says bite.
No,
Oh, no, not that.
Because
The Oculus.
because it's got caffeine. Oh,
Oh,
Oculus.
the
So-
Oculus. Yeah.
So, then one of my son's friends got one too, so now they can play online at the same time. So they're
What's
really
the thing to
enjoying
play?
that. I mean, they just find all these like cheap games that are like that cost nothing. That
Okay.
are just they're freemium.
99
if
cents.
you want to
Oh
make,
yeah, if you want to
you
like.
want to make your character look cool, you can pay $5-6 or whatever. He plays a lot of Blade and Sorcery is the only game that we bought that he plays. Like he's got some like monkey tag game that he plays a ton of. Where
I want to
people,
play
like,
that
basically
dungeon
run
game
around
that
like a
they.
monkey.
What's that dungeon game?
Dungeon Craft?
Say again?
Dungeon Craft?
No. What is that game? People have been talking about it. It's hard to beat the last level.
No, the thing that drove me crazy about it was the fact that it's hooked up to Facebook or whatever, but like your Rift S and your Oculus Quest, they can't like be. We had purchased all the stuff, all these games and everything. You basically we had to repurchase them for the Oculus Quest because they were incompatible. One is basically because your Oculus Quest is basically a souped up phone. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can tell
and-
it's not super.
yeah, it's basically that's exactly what it is. It's just a souped up which fine, it works great, right?
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. It just looks a little blurry to me. Could be my glass.
and then your Rift.
Yeah,
and
I'm not wearing my
the-
glass.
The
Do I-
Rift
do you-
is basically just your computer running the games, and the Rift is just a really good monitor that you
Oh,
put
yeah,
right
yeah.
next to your eyes. That's all it is.
Right. No, I got the Meta thing or whatever. Oculus, the Meta Quest or whatever it's called. I don't know.
Yeah, the one
I
that's
don't know.
basically
That's one that's $3.99 on Amazon.
Yeah, $3.99.
$3.99. 399,000 pennies.
Yes.
I don't know what is that game? It's not. No, it's. Huh.
What's
I'll
the
say this
game where you
about it,
steal
I-
people's souls? You kill them and you're still. It's a recent game. It's like a.
Oh, are you talking about
Probably.
no, the Dark Souls game,
That's it. Yeah.
the new Dark Souls game, which I
Are you
can't.
talking
do.
about Elder Sign?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. Yes.
Elden
Elden Ring. Yeah, I gave up on Elden Ring. It's too hard. Too many hours.
So it was so weird because I actually got it and I beat it. I got through the whole thing and I was like, and I mean, I've said this before and I've thought about it for a while where I was like, I lived and breathed that game
Demio.
until I finally was able to beat it. And then after I
Yeah.
beat it, everybody was like, oh yeah, you got to play New Game Plus and you can like.
You beat the
continue
game?
going. Oh yeah, I beat
You
it.
actually beat it.
Yeah, I actually did. And then I was like, you got to play New Game Plus or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I started replaying it and I was like, I don't want to play everything again. Yeah, I mean, it was like that was like the game that like it was like literally because I made it so I was checking to make sure that I killed every single boss in the game. Like literally, I researched it and I was like, I don't have this weird item. How do I get that weird item? Oh, you gotta find this weird boss in this weird dungeon that's over here. And I would go to that weird dungeon and I defeat it, and I kill the boss and I get that weird item. Not that I ever want to use that. I just didn't want there to be any bosses that I hadn't faced and defeated. And so I got done with it, and then I was just kind of like, wow, I like literally did everything. You know, it was just kind of like, which was cool. And I got like, you know, a cool ending. Like there's like 7 different endings, or whatever. And I thought the ending I got was cool. You know, basically I took the quest from the Snow Witch lady and you know, was able to like bring death back to the world or something like that, you know, and just kind of one of these weird like storyline things. It was kind of neat or whatever. And
Demeo is the game I'm trying to think of.
Oh, yeah.
Never heard of it.
Have you heard of it? Demeo. It's a RPG dungeon crawler on the tabletop. So it's not like I think it just says VR tabletop dungeon RPG. Excellent tabletop gameplay in the need of a VR touch. Demeo is a tabletop action RPG that puts you up to 3 other players in a co-op battle against pint-sized foes. So you're kind of like above the dungeon, I think, from the view I'm looking at. So this is one of the best D&D virtual reality games out there.
Nah, I'm such a
You're a
snob.
snob?
Yeah, I'm a snob when it comes to stuff like that.
But it looks really cool. I mean, I want to give it a try.
Yeah,
my
it looks
my
neat.
battery died. Otherwise, I probably would have. I didn't have any alarm or nothing going off to get me out of there, so
Yeah.
I might have missed the boom.
Um.
Oh, you were just playing?
Well, I was just
So-
it was just in there.
So did you see? Okay, I gotta talk about it. Did you see the new? And I'll offer up my opinion about this stuff. It's one of those things where I had to hold my tongue because there's a lot of people in our industry, in this world that we live in, that were saying things that I was just like, whatever. Just
The new D&D?
no. So Chip Theory Games. Sent out
How could I have missed it?
review copies of is it a game that's going to be on Kickstarter soon?
Yeah.
or something along those
Hoplomachus,
lines?
the
I don't
Hoplomachus
know.
game.
Yeah, it's Hoplomachus. So first
I
of
thought it
all,
was already out.
maybe it is.
I mean, it was
Chip-
on Kickstarter.
Maybe it is. You know, so Chip Theory is like, they're Minnesota boys. I love them.
Yeah.
They're
They're great. Yeah.
They're just they're great people, and they're great friends, and you know, and as a gift to, like, I don't know, they sent out like I don't know
Victorum,
how many.
Hoplomachus Victorum.
Yeah, I don't know how many review copies
They've already
they
hit
sent
1 million
out.
or 950,000. I'm sure they did more than that because they sold it after the fact, probably.
Yeah, so they sent out review copies to, and it isn't just the big boys either. I mean, like Hungry Gamer, friend of the show,
Friend of the show, Hungry Gamer.
Hungry
Well, he's
Gamer.
a Chip Theory fanboy, right? He did the whole broke his back on the.
Well, I don't know.
If he's on, come on, we want to
Yeah,
hear
I mean-
the story of the sword.
So here's the deal. Yeah. So if no. So yeah. So they sent they sent these people these replica swords or whatever. Like
Damascus
full, like,
steel replica.
yeah,
I don't know if they're real
Damascus
Damascus. They're not.
steel,
They can't be real
gladius.
It
Damascus.
can't be real Damascus.
There's no way. They'd be $1,000, but I mean, I bet they're like.
No, I mean they probably found somebody, and I mean I'm sure they weren't cheap. I'm sure they weren't like, super expensive either. But they were like, as a thank you, like, hey, thanks for doing it. Check out this, and then the scabbards actually have like the logo of the channel or the name of the channel on them.
The sword
Yeah,
does.
there you go. Yeah, I saw the scabbard did.
Yeah, the sword also has it etched on the blade.
Oh, very cool. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're pretty sweet, and a whole bunch of dice too.
And I don't say
Select
this,
dice.
and I don't say this to be mean, but I mean, like, the Dice Tower got one, obviously, like, and then
Of course.
William got one, Hungry
Yeah.
Gamer got one, and
Good for
just
him.
like they weren't
I
like,
missed mine.
yeah,
I missed
I'm waiting on mine.
I'm waiting. I probably lost in the mail right now.
Yeah.
That's what
Tracking is
Christian
lost.
said too.
The tracking.
Anyway, the whole point is that that they had that, right? And so now there's all these people like, you know, trying to poop on the parade, in my opinion. Just like,
Yeah,
and I'm
I mean,
not saying, and I'm
it's
not
a bit
saying,
of a weird. It puts you in a weird FOMO situation. Like I got FOMO, honestly.
well, yeah, but I mean, who cares? What were you gonna do with it? Like stare at it, put it on that
I
rack?
don't know. I
behind
don't know
you?
what I felt FOMO. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean,
what are you gonna do? It's a sword.
there's literally 10 things a day you can in this industry that you can feel that for.
Yeah,
I usually don't feel FOMO, but like
well,
today,
and here's the other thing about it. Here's the thing about that as well,
And,
though, is that
look,
one of
I
those
don't need a
things where it's
sword.
like, if I
I'm
know
not-
Adam, and I don't know this for sure, but if I know Adam, at Chip Theory Games CEO, if I know Adam, he was like, hey, we're gonna send you these swords, and I think it would be really cool if you did something online with it, showing it off, take a picture of it, do something like that. Just
did they
because,
do that?
oh yeah, I don't know if they said it or not.
I don't
but
think. I don't think that was part of the.
I don't know, but a lot of
Contract.
people, but anybody who's
Social
got
contract?
one was like, yeah.
Well,
You're
hey,
sending
check
it. You're
out.
sending it to content creators. Of
Yeah,
course,
they-
they're gonna friggin' do it. You don't
Well,
need to
yeah,
say
and,
anything.
and so
It gives
but then
people the
all of a sudden-
content.
So then all of a sudden, all these people are saying, "Oh well, you know, this is a conflict of interest," and look at all these people. They're obviously going to say
It's the same as getting a free game.
because you
Yeah.
know because they
I
got
think
a
the swords probably didn't
sword.
cost as much as that game. That game's like super
And
deluxe.
I'm just kind of like, and then everybody is like, you here, and then once again, everybody wants to paste and quote the FTC guidelines for anybody who gets
What are the
FTC
FTC
doesn't-
guidelines?
the FTC. Well, just the fact that if you get any sort of a thing that costs X amount of money, you're supposed to declare.
They can't be
it.
more than $200, right?
Well, here's the
150,
deal.
What's the
200.
Here's the deal.
FTC?
Here's the deal. The FTC doesn't give two shits. It doesn't care. It
Yeah,
doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't care
Has
about.
the
It doesn't
FTC
care
ever
about
found-
the fact that Kotaku gets all kinds of back alley deals.
What's
and all
Kotaku?
Kotaku is like the video game website, and it's well known that those people get like
Kotaku.
tons
Is that how you say
of
that? Kotaku.
Kotaku, or whatever.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, I
Doesn't-
just
whatever.
didn't hear it.
You know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
like
Kotaku-
You
nobody
do
cares.
now.
Nobody
Kotaku.
cares.
Now,
Yeah, nobody cares. And the thing is, and I can guarantee you,
No
that
government
the
thing
FTC, the FTC,
No, well, maybe they
doesn't
do. Who
give-
knows?
Doesn't give two shits about whether or not William Brown got a sword, and they're not gonna start investigating him or anything like that at all. It's just nothing. But all
why-
these people want to
But it's
clutch at their
obviously
pearls and wring their hands.
no
and
one's saying
say-
anything about the game. I'm guessing. Like,
No, they're saying
just a
that
promotion.
Chip Theory just seems like they're going to put these media people in a really tough spot if the FTC finds out. Shut up. Just shut your mouth. You're just mad you didn't get a sword. You wish you had one.
I saw a couple of people commenting on like that, and there was one person in
good
particular.
for
that
the
I saw
content creators
commenting
for
on.
getting something out of this stuff. I mean, they do a lot of work for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And this
So
one guy that
right.
was commenting about the FTC, I'm like, that is so on brand for you, fella. Doesn't surprise me that you made a comment like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I know who you're talking about, or at least I think I know who you're talking about. And
No,
it's
don't say
just
anything.
like
Stop.
no, I'm not gonna say anything, but I mean it
But
is
Scott.
people that just have to oh my
Maybe
gosh, look,
Scott.
this is yet another thing.
Yeah,
That nobody cares about. That
So
nobody does.
here's the thing. It's cool. It's freaking cool. Who has done that? No one has done anything like this, right? What's the last time some swag
Well,
has been created?
the thing is, I have a theory.
You
I have a chip theory.
No,
Do
no
you-
pun
do you have
intended.
theory?
I have a chip theory.
Chips. Yeah, I
So-
have a slight chip of a theory.
This industry is starting to kind of join the professional echelon,
world.
right? So many facets of this industry is starting to become actually take themselves seriously and become professional. You have professionals entering the space to offer professional services and all this stuff. So you look at high tech, gifts like this in high tech, fuck, they happen all the time.
And nobody cares.
Nobody
Yeah.
cares, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
how many free HD TVs go out?
Well, exactly.
Movie reviewers get flown all
Yeah.
expense paid
Or
trips
junkets.
to
Yeah,
things with all kinds of, and nobody cares.
So the game industry
public-
now, I
game
mean, video
publishers
game
don't-
industry even. I bet you it
Yeah.
happens all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So
sure.
so I think it's just a matter of scale. it's a new level of scale that this industry has not seen before. You know, it's not a set of
sword.
dice. It's not the fucking sword,
The
right?
sword consortium.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Anyway, they're damn cool. I hope
they are cool,
but I don't care really. I mean, you're right, Lance. I would basically put it on my shelf and be like, oh, I have a chip theory sword. I mean, I like their games. I think they're awesome.
Did they create a game that had like a cassette player in it?
Not that I can recall.
Somebody was telling me that the other day.
Do they? Is that in the Burn Cycle game? I haven't played that yet.
Oh, maybe.
I don't.
Sorry, Lance, did I cut you off? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's one of those things where
I mean, it's the next level, right? I mean, are we getting
It
to the
is.
point where? I mean, it's just a promotional thing that. I mean, didn't Upper Deck send out all the legendary stuff? Like we got legendary swag for I think it was legendary. Am I misremembering? Like a big black box of legendary stuff. Do you guys remember that?
No.
Like a hoodie and t-shirts. I hope it's
No
legendary
idea.
because I cannot remember now. But like the Board and Dice sent out all these really cool boxes full of sand. Do you remember that? That didn't make any splash, I guess, because it was a puzzle box for their game. But I don't see many people posting about actual. I guess that's another thing is like, if a bear shits in the woods, does anybody care? You know, like if a tree falls in the woods, like, are the people who are paying attention to this only the people who already are sold? I don't know.
I don't
You know
know.
what I mean?
it
You know what
just-
I'm saying?
it's
Like,
one- it's
I
just
saw
one of
all
those
these
things
people
where
got
it's
their
like-
stuff, but
And
did
it's
the
just
general...
like, and it's one of those things too, where it's like people are saying, "Oh, well, we don't have a problem with chip theory games. It's just we just think." It's like, no, just shut your mouth. They just, it's like,
they were
why?
just
Why? There's
buying
always just
criticism
got to
in
be
it.
somebody.
I don't know. I
just
think it's fun. I hope it continues.
Yeah,
no,
me
I
too.
do think too. Like make cool exclusive
Make
items.
cool
If
stuff.
they-
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
it's-
because if anything, it's
there's
gonna
nothing fun
inspire-
about this industry anymore.
Yeah,
I try
it's-
and give fun gifts at Christmas time to my clients.
I know you're one of the people doing the fun stuff. I'm giving away
I just get so
$10
annoyed.
coins.
Remember the first year I did it, I did wormwood dice. It was only to a couple of clients, wormwood dice vaults and engraved dice with their logo and stuff on it. I was new to the industry, not realizing that they already have a shit ton of that stuff. So I had to go out of pocket.
So can I since I'm already grouchy, can I go
You have a grievance?
style?
Parlay that into a grievance.
Can I parlay this into grievance? First of
Okay.
all, it has begun. The kid drop off pickup, it has begun. There is a piece of human cholesterol, just like everybody else
Human
moved, and we're
cholesterol.
just fine, just blocking the chain, like literally nobody else could move. There was one guy who basically decided he wanted to be, because I won't try to explain it, but I mean, basically because this one guy just wouldn't pull forward and basically inconvenienced himself slightly. I should have taken a picture. Like literally, it would have been one of those TikTok videos. Look at this idiot who can go forward, but he's just choosing not to, and then just slowly like done the video and slowly curve back and show the line of cars that were over a half a mile long, just backed up because this guy would not move forward. And I was like, literally, I was like, just like, but I'm not going to be the guy that goes over to the window and, hey, move your ass. Just like,
So where was this?
Picking up my son from school today. I envisioned dragging.
How old
him
is
out
your
of the
son?
car.
How old's your daughter?
My daughter is 15.
Okay.
My
Next
son
year she'll be
turns out-
driving him to school, right?
Oh,
Or no,
no,
I guess
I
they're
mean,
not in the
like-
same school.
Yeah. My son will be 11 in October. I like literally I was just losing my mind. And it was just like I couldn't believe how ridiculous it was. But anyway, regardless. Now, I mean,
Irregardless.
but I didn't even talk about this. This is
Sorry.
and I'm just gonna
Irregardless.
say this, and I'll say this. I'll say again, it's McDonald's again. And I understand you say
McDonald's.
just don't go there anymore. And you know, but it was one of those.
Do you have
things
more than one
where
McDonald's in town?
The entire, yes, we do. So the entire family were going to McDonald's to get breakfast, and I was like, plenty of time. 10:30 is that cutoff. I understand it's a hard cutoff. I understand. Plenty
You
of
might
time.
post that link again because Alex didn't get it either.
I will, and just go. You
Send it
you
directly
got
to
the
his-
link. You
I
got
know,
the
but
link.
he said he didn't see it.
G Lynch.
Oh, I don't know. Just
Yeah.
so anyway, so I literally, so I go there, we get there, it was closed. It was closed because they were installing some new thing, and I was like, this is
They were out of Egg
ridiculous.
McMuffins.
Yeah, so the whole thing is closed. So I was like, I don't know. There's one further away, and I said, let's just see if we can make it. I get there at like 10:27. Like I was like, fine, it's good to go. I pull up in front of the thing. There's one car in front of me. I'm waiting. I pull up in front of the menu. As I pull up in front of the menu, it goes black and then comes back up without thing. And it's still 10:30. And I said to the guy, I said, hey, I literally just pulled up while you were talking, the menu changed. Can I still get breakfast? And the guy with a snotty little attitude goes, no, we stopped serving breakfast at 10:30. And I was like, whatever. I don't. And then so I was like, fine, I'm not going to argue with you. Yo, kids wanted chicken nuggets, ordered some chicken nuggets or whatever. You know,
They'll take 10 minutes for us to make them because we just
yeah. So I pull up, get to the thing. I pull up the thing. The guy turns to me and says, he looks at me and says, 2 egg McMuffins and hash browns and this. I was like, no, I have chicken nuggets. And he's like, oh, that must be the guy behind you.
Oh no! What? What?
So I'm like literally just like,
Did you do a Yosemite Sam?
no, I said, why wasn't I allowed to order that? When I asked the guy, I said I couldn't order breakfast. And he said, I don't know. I was like, can I order breakfast now? No.
Oh my god.
So I pull up to the
Awesome.
thing. And I get to the window and they're like, the guy says to me, oh yeah, it's gonna be about 5 minutes on those nuggets and fries.
I
was
know
like,
because they just made them.
I literally said, I went, motherfucker.
That's crazy. You got the worst luck.
I was just
That is hilarious.
Yeah. just I thought about burning the place down. Just like,
Hey, Alex.
How's it going?
Hey,
Alex, did you get a
Congrats.
sword?
I guess,
Oh
of
yeah,
course I
did you
got
get
a sword. Of course I
Oh,
got
of
a
course,
sword.
you fucking got a sword. Of course. Oh my gosh. Do it unsheathing.
This is the coolest thing I've ever gotten in my life.
How
You
much
kidding
is
me?
it? How much does it weigh? Is it like a pound or more?
Oh, if I had to guess, maybe 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds, but I might be overestimating.
Like it feels heavy.
Yeah.
Well,
It's got.
your opinion's been bought and sold now with that
Oh,
sword.
please.
Is
they
your
were bought
logo
and
on
sold
there
a long
too?
time. My logo is it's off center, so honestly, now I'm just pissed off at them. So really, I'm just gonna
Oh, it's
ding all their
off-center?
products. Yeah, look at that. Look at the curve. Look at the
Oh
blade.
yeah. Yeah, whatever.
So now I'm
Eh,
just gonna ding all their products. You see,
that's
it's my
minor.
assist
You can
counter.
scratch it off.
use the sword on all their products.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it sharp?
It's the pointy end. Sticking with the pointy end, it's sharp, but the rest of it not.
There's
really.
there's no actual okay.
No,
It's just,
no.
Well,
I mean,
it's
it's,
like, yeah,
it goes-
I mean,
it's a tip.
It's
Yeah,
the, exactly.
just
It's
the
just the
tip.
tip. Just the tip.
just the
Stick-
tip, see how it
The tip is
feels.
sharp.
See, I try to be all
Um,
appropriate with the sticking with the pointy end, and you're like all like, oh my gosh, the tip.
No, I just like, it's like those when you buy those the katanas or whatever that don't have the
Yeah,
like
they
if
don't have
you
any.
stab somebody with it, you can probably
Yes.
kill them, but there's no the actual sword is
Yeah, have you guys ever seen the clip from the late night like home shopping network where the guy
oh yeah, where the guy slams
he's
it
hitting the
and breaks
katana
it.
on the table and it
Yeah,
like
this is
breaks
real
it,
strong, and it breaks and snaps and
And it-
stabs him in the
and
stomach.
it's, he goes, we may need we may need
They may need
emergency
emergency
on set.
surgery.
or something, emergency surgery, because it hit him in the stomach and he like, I'm bleeding.
Now, did you
Oh, that's such a
did
great-
you report the fact that you got that sword to the FTC, Alex? So you make sure that you
I have the form all filled out. It's waiting. It's gonna go sent out along with all my handwritten letters to everyone who's complaining.
yeah. Just make sure you get
I'm
that.
pretty sure.
Send it certified mail and
What is the process? Are you supposed to?
I lost,
disclose
by the way,
this
today
publicly?
on the stream. Like I did a live stream today, and I was like, screw this. I don't even care. Like I get so much. Like I'm so done with the whole bias conversation. I was like, if you don't like the bias conversation, if you don't like this, if you don't like that, just fine. Just unsubscribe. Like I don't care if like people just complain and complain and
Did you
complain. And
lose
they
any
never
subscribers?
paid you. Oh yeah, I lost like 12 subscribers today. It was awesome.
No? Well,
I was like, I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, but I'm just like, I had like 1 or 2 people who like pissed off in the comments. So like, I've liked every single
They'll be
one of your
back.
videos, to
They'll
tell
be
me
back.
that I don't have an opinion. I'm like, no,
They
you
always
can have an
come
opinion.
back.
I just don't care about your opinion if you're not a page. Because I said on the stream, I said if you're not supporting your content creators financially, stop giving them a hard time about every little thing.
well, or just like shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
Yeah.
Just go away.
My
That's the
opinion
thing.
is valid.
That's the thing. I get it. If you're saying you don't trust me, I get it. Stop watching. Just move on. Stop telling me to not
you
live
don't
my
wanna
life.
Try to keep.
Yeah,
everybody-
but you're shouting at windmills by saying that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Anthony just asked it in our super secret thing. Are you guys discussing Swordgate?
Well, that's the thing. I saw
Sword
someone on
gate.
Twitter who posted very accurately. As I said, there's not enough money in this hobby for me to diminish my enjoyment so that you feel better about yourself.
I just
There's not enough money.
That's a pretty valid opinion right there. I like that.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah.
What are you saying? I'm
There's not
following.
enough money in this hobby for me to diminish my own enjoyment of it so that
Oh,
you
okay.
can feel better about yourself. Like I'm like, it's people are just, oh wait, we have another one. I'm just looking, I happened to pop on Facebook. I saw something from Dan about this. Seeing board game content creators getting swag swords reminds me of all the legit danger stuff we got in video game media. Brass knuckles, ninja stars, blackjacks, most of them from Rockstar. But yeah,
Exactly.
The video games industry's been doing it for years.
Every
We had-
industry.
I mean, I hate to say what we had, but I don't want to.
literally any industry where you actually can make a little bit of money, which isn't this one yet, but that happens in.
A sordid affair.
Oh no!
Oh, who said that? Who's Fee? Do you know who Fee?
No.
Fee has not been around for a long time. I don't recognize the name.
That's great.
That's a good one. Fee.
That is a good one.
No, but I genuinely recognize anyone who has a problem with it and anyone who thinks is biased with, and both the swords and any one of these conversations. It just okay, fine. So then find a content creator who you think is unbiased by all means.
It's hard.
Yeah, that's the problem. It
Super
is
hard.
hard.
yeah, everybody's
Eric Martin.
no, he's biased.
I don't think so.
No, and the problem is the argument I always have is bias swings both ways. There are multiple content creators who do a very good job of building their media off the fact that they get cred for trashing things. That's also bias. 100%. You get sit there and trash things left, right, and center. Be a little more hardcore, but every single flaw in every single product, people like that, and that's an incentive to be mean and aggressive when you're not being balanced. Balance is the only fair thing. Bias exists in all directions. Yep. Anyways,
Well,
past the
congratulations
swords.
on your job.
Yeah.
that too. Yeah. Speaking of bias,
you took the job, right?
yeah, I took the job.
You
I
were
took the job.
considering it. Yeah.
Yeah, I pointed out them.
Did you see the board game was a Scott video about Swordgate today?
Oh, I did. It was so good. It was funny.
What did he do?
You gotta watch it. It's like
Can you?
it's
Is it long?
No, it's
No,
like
no,
two,
it's
it's
short.
like 2 minutes long.
Can you play it? Can we? He won't
Yeah.
claim you.
Well, no, hold
He
on.
better not.
Who did it?
Not that you're making a lot of money.
Scott
off it.
Nicholson.
Oh,
Let me just share sound.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. Ready?
Oh. Wait, Scott looks different.
He's
Yeah.
older.
Where'd his hair go?
Moved to Canada.
I just got this box from Cow Chip Theory Games. I don't know what's
Cow
inside.
Chip
Let's take a look.
Oh my god.
What? This. No way! No way! It can't be. How? What? Why? I can't believe this. It's
Good use of the
Stop.
off screen.
of corn.
Both.
Their upcoming farming game, Now What, from Cow Chip Theory Games. It's the game about farming disasters. And look at that. They even
Oh, he's got that
corn
fungus
with
thing growing on it.
corn smut on it. Corn smut is like
It's a
a mushroom
delicacy.
that can grow on corn if water gets into the top while it's forming. It's actually quite tasty. You can fry it up like mushrooms. It's good stuff. But I can't believe this. They sent me an entire corn stalk through the mail. Oh, wait. This is so exciting. Hang on. I got to get dressed for this. There. Now I'm ready. You can bet. When I get a chance to play Now What, I'm going to wear this. Oh, this is exciting. Let's see. How can I carry this like a farmer? You know, like a gun? No. Like a big sword? Wait, who would do a sword? Wait,
He posts this on BGG, I see.
let me show you something. Come here. Look. This is my farm. This is where I grow things.
Wow, look at that. What's he
Good for
got?
him.
I already
Oh,
got a bunch.
you moved to
of corn.
Canada, you get like acres of land.
Yes.
That's in Canada.
Yeah,
Yes.
he moved to Canada a while ago.
So eat down.
He even naturalized.
Oh, corn
Yeah.
I eat.
I think he's by Ontario, he
No.
says.
Oh, is he the
I thought it was
teacher?
Vancouver. Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Teacher.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Professor.
Oh, I'm
does-
sorry, I'm thinking of Sin. He's in
I just got
Sen. He's in Ontario.
Yeah,
Well,
Mark.
send it.
He did
Yeah.
a video with Mark Rober, I think.
Yes, he did.
So-
Escape rooms.
Yeah, Scott.
Oh, cool.
Scott was saying all the time, like he said it repeatedly, like the fact that people get all worked up about the idea that, oh my gosh, your opinion's been bought and sold. He's a big proponent of get over yourself. You know, just like, or don't watch it, or like, yeah. But that's the master right there.
That's the latest picadillo of the board game industry.
Oh, there'll be
Yeah.
another one.
What
tomorrow.
about the
There's always something new.
Isla Nublar
Huh. Oh.
review?
Yeah.
Where
Well,
I'm actually
they didn't give
we're
me a
tending the
sword.
fire right now on the BGG forums.
Oh, what's happening on the Voice Working Geek?
People are not happy with that review.
They're not happy with the review,
the
or they're not happy
what?
with the game.
Well, I
What?
don't know.
Mhm.
The review,
What game? What game?
Jurassic
the
World.
Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. Isla Nublar, you know, like it was Legacy
Yeah.
Funko.
Oh, the legacy of is the new. Why somebody do a review that said they didn't like it? or
Tom's team gave it threes,
All
all-
threes across the
threes,
board, even threes.
which is like super harsh. I don't know how it.
I played like 7 games of it. I don't think it's a 3. I think it's like a
There's not.
7.
Oh, well, maybe. I mean, three is a rough number.
Also, I'm wondering if what's it called? What I think they played it with 4 of them, which I think would make it worse. One of the big problems in the game is you only have 2 actions per character. So like it's like playing Zombicide with 6. You're gonna make the game worse. It's not meant
It's
to
a
be done that
little
way.
off kilter with 4 players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have so few actions. You're basically just like less.
So what are they
involved.
saying isn't fun about it?
Everything.
Basically everything. That every game has a ton of rules to read. That part's true. I agree with that. There's a lot of like when you open up the new rule book, it's like, okay, great. There's gonna be like a 45-minute long game. And it's gonna be like 15 minutes of rules. That's absolutely true. The mini games get boring quickly. That part, I'm a little well, I'm always weird because I don't like being negative about other content creators at all because I haven't been about me. So I won't focus on that. I'm just gonna focus on the mini games do get old quickly, but they also change them up and add more. So I was a little
Well,
but what's it called in that?
They were saying that they dreaded to play the next scenario.
Yeah, that to me, I mean, if you give it a 3, that's an accurate rating for that. But I am surprised by that. I was not dreading to play the next year at all. I would say that my arc with the game was the first scenario was, hey, diving into it, great. Second scenario was, okay, more new stuff. Let's see how it goes. Third, fourth, and fifth were a little bit more of the same and starting to get a little old. And I think if I recall correctly, the 6th and 7th were like a whole bunch of new stuff popped up and I was back into it. I haven't picked up from where it was then. I'm still like up to 7.
How many total missions is it?
There's 12 total, and I played 7 of them so far. But I
Were you
definitely
just- were you
enjoyed
just
it.
tired of it, or you did enjoy
No,
it?
I had so
You
many
like-
things. I powered through it very quickly to get a review up before the Kickstarter ended. And at the time, I had so many other things on my plate, so I put it down, meant to pick it up, and like many things, haven't yet. But I'm not getting rid of it. It's still there. I'm still gonna happily dive into it. It's close enough for me to finish it because
Yeah,
I
I'm really
enjoyed it
curious
enough.
now to know what it is.
I would never recommend it at 4 players, but just because of the action economy. But overall, I thought it was a very decent game that gave you a little bit of degree of control and feel and evolution to it. I don't think it broke any barriers. I don't think it was amazing. Like even my review, I was like, this is very, very expensive for what it is.
We
But
did the
game is
first
good.
episode on game night, and like I thought it was really awesome. Like the ideas of it.
Yeah, I thought it was totally fine. I could absolutely see powering through it and not enjoying it, making it so that you really like it less and less and less. I could see ratings going.
Yeah, if you're maybe that was the issue. I mean, I don't know.
But like
It's their
I powered
opinion,
through
you can't be
pretty quickly.
wrong, right?
I
I
played
mean-
7 games in under a week, so I definitely powered through it, and I was totally fine with it. Again, it didn't blow my mind, but like if they had said it's all 7s across the board, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. It's not a great game. It was a fun game. It has that evolution and a legacy, but they did not like it. But
Yeah, they
That's-
negative liked it.
yeah,
Hated it, in fact, I think is the right
It's gonna
word.
be another Seafall scenario.
it possibly.
I'm
But
looking forward to trying it. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's a good game. I think people should try it and see if it's for them, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't. All good.
Well, there you go.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Either way, this is one of those usual times where
I
Dice
don't
will
play
put a
board games
review.
anymore.
Well,
I haven't played since the cruise, man. I'm actually getting back together this weekend. Finally,
It's
My
about
favorite is
time,
how-
everybody's
guys.
healthy, no freaking COVID, and
Every
back to
negative
normal.
review by a content creator, it pushes like I hate the narrative that gets developed because you have it happen where someone says a negative review and then they get touted as being, oh, look at them, they're telling the truth and everyone else is shills. Like I've had multiple people, attack my review of this whole thing of like, oh my, a few people accuse me of being paid, but then the reverse is true. When I didn't like Ares Expedition and Dice Tower loved Ares Expedition, I had like 14 people commenting about how the Dice Tower like are all paid shills. Like it's just any hint of
who
negativity
thinks they're
is.
getting paid for this?
I have no idea. No idea. It's insane. It's just
I
people
mean,
want
Well,
people want to believe this conspiracy theories. And that now we have swords. Now there are.
interesting.
Last time they'll do that.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever get a sword again. You don't hear people bitching all the time.
I don't know, man. People just always want to be angry about stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Angry?
They just want to complain. It's
Complaining.
Yeah. I don't think
Or-
people are necessarily angry. I don't think this really matters to them. It's just something to complain about. Move on. You know?
Right.
everybody's
There's other things to be
everybody's
angry about.
dumb.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
other
it's
things
just
to be angry
human
about.
nature, you know?
Yeah.
Especially online, you know.
I still got sword FOMO though.
though. Do you?
I have a tinge of FOMO for sure. I mean, I'm not a content creator, so
Yeah,
no,
what do you
but
complain?
I don't expect anything. I'm just
So if Lincoln
there's some
got
people
one,
in my organization though that I don't think they're getting swords. Maybe they are.
well,
I
if,
don't-
Lincoln, if one showed up at
Well,
Lincoln,
Lincoln
or
is not.
Eric's
He's
house,
in Europe
would
right
you-
now. He's traveling. He went to Quedlinburg today.
Oh,
Did he?
Yes, they went to Quedlinburg.
What's
It's
oh, I
awesome.
see.
It looks like exactly like it is on the box. It's like a medieval city. Everything's like, and they're staying in a castle,
Oh, cool.
a hotel in a castle. It's pretty awesome.
It is. That's cool. What's he over there for? Essen or?
He is over there for a vacation, and
Oh,
then
okay.
also a slight business meeting on the tail end with GameGenic.
Oh, it's only September.
GameGenic's our new sponsor.
Yeah. yeah.
We got big sleeve money.
Big sleeve money.
Big sleeve. We're in the pocket of big sleeve.
they're from Germany. The Game Genix.
They are. Their
I didn't
headquarters
realize
is in Essen, surprisingly.
I didn't realize that.
You going to Essen, Alex, with the new job?
Sadly not. They wanted me to, but I'm going to WSPG right before that, and then I have holidays right after that. And my wife is very, 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 very patient, but she also wants to murder me if I do Essen as well.
What's WBG?
WSP, World Series of Board Gaming.
WSPG.
Yep, yep.
When's
Where's that
that?
now, Alex?
Say again, say again.
When
Uh,
and where?
Oh, that's it's from the September 28th to like October 2nd, something like that.
That's
We'll
like
see
a
how it
month.
goes. I have no clue what's actually gonna happen with it. But yeah,
Where-
it's back
where
back
is
to
it?
Essen.
Is it in
Vegas, yeah.
Vegas.
What hotel?
Yeah.
What hotel?
Bailey's, I think.
Bally's.
Bally's, whatever.
Bailey's.
I got
Bailey's.
nothing. I don't
Delicious
go to Vegas.
hotel. I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
Bally's.
Bally's is the home of Gamma. Gamma used
Oh.
to be.
Gamma's not there now though. Is
No.
it?
They moved
Yeah.
Reno. Yeah. Sadly. Bally's
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah, the World
Good to
Board
know.
Game used to be up in Lancaster, not
Go
far
to good
from Maine.
restaurants in when you were
Mhm.
when it was in Vegas. I remember we played that poker game in Paris, Lance. Were you part of that? That weird game that where you couldn't really lose?
What are you talking about? Pai Gow?
No, it was maybe it wasn't you. There was a bunch of us that went to this game table in Paris, the hotel, that had this weird game where you basically, if you just stayed around long enough, you would get all your money back. Like you couldn't really lose. I mean, you could, but like none of us did. We just sat there for like 2 hours without losing any money and not really making any money. It was odd.
Yeah, and people do it
game.
just- yeah.
Oh, and then I remember we went to the Ramsey's dinner. We went with my buddy Mike.
Yeah,
My game group buddy.
When was the last time you played a game with him?
It's gonna be this Saturday.
Sweet.
Before the cruise was my last game. Yeah, it's been a
I
shit year.
suppose you might as well ask, has anybody played any games lately that they want to talk about?
I wish I've been playing let me do a video game real quick.
I love how much of a chore that question is for you.
Yeah.
You
Cult
still
of
like
the
games?
Lamb.
Because he hates games.
Oh my gosh. Hoplomachus, Victorum, Gloomhaven. I don't know what else. The Loop. I really enjoyed the Loop. Actually, surprised me. Played it for the first
It's a
time.
good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's under the radar for sure.
Yeah. Dune Imperium with the expansion. Fantastic. I played Roleplay Adventures for the first time. Like the first game.
That's fun.
Yeah. I saw Matt's name on something. Was it the Loop? Did you do the Loop? What did I just see your name on? I just played a game.
Guild of
Right.
Merchant Explorers.
No, something recently. Let me go look through my
I
list.
heard
here. I
that
have a
has
list.
crap art.
A lot
I'm-
of people are fucking dissing
kidding,
it.
man.
Actually,
Yeah, I
Alright.
know it sucks.
Yeah,
I don't think
because-
I think it looks great.
they're not appreciating the old timey faded artwork.
Yeah.
Of maps.
I do think it wasn't. I did think that it didn't. When I first saw the Guild Merchant Explorers, I didn't think it stood out. I thought it looked like an older game, like one of those complaints where we see too much beige.
We could have probably bumped up the saturation a touch, but
But what did I see from you? Did you do Mariposas?
yeah.
Okay, maybe it was that then. I'm just looking through like games I've played in the past like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and I just remember I saw your name and I was like, oh, Matt. I see your name a lot, but it was on an older game.
Yeah, that was fun. I like that one.
Yeah.
That was hard. That one was really hard to, because we had nothing. That was me actually. It was all me, that one. I had nothing to go with apart from the butterfly art. So
Well, the game looks great.
yeah, no, it turned out really good. I was really happy with that one.
It does look good.
It's one of those less is more kind of jobbies.
I like the black background.
It's not black.
Oh, boy. Don't step in it.
It's indigo.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just like it's very dark bluey purple.
Oh, every time I look at it, it looks black. But I guess if I'm looking close, I'm probably not looking close enough. I'm just like, oh, it's black, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I played it. It's good. I thought it was a good game. It sort of suffers with 2 though. I couldn't quite.
I haven't played it with 2. I've only played it once
I
actually.
felt it was a little unscaling with 2. Like, I forget what the problem was, but whatever. It was fine. It's a perfectly fine game.
I got a free copy of Arnak recently.
Ooh,
Did you?
nice. Arnix, great.
My
yeah,
my
yeah.
friend Al was demoing for CGE and they gave him 2 copies. He's like, you want? And he drove home with me. He's like, you want one? Like, yeah, sure.
Arnak's great.
Yeah. Haven't played that yet either.
I'm looking to get the expansion soon.
Yeah, that
Played the Cult of the Lamb video game.
nice.
It's a fun
Cool.
game.
Of the Lamb.
It's a roguelike with a village builder attached to it, and you are a lamb running a cult to try to defeat the old gods who have sacrificed you, and you are brought back to life to wreak vengeance on them from a underworld boss who I suspect in the end I'll probably have to fight too.
Oh yeah, I saw that on it showed up in my.
It's really good. It's fun. It's super fun.
Yeah.
You build a tech tree. It's a roguelike. You make progress and save progress, and you're building followers, and you put these edicts on them, and like it's all you're tormenting them, of course, or keeping them very happy, or trying, or you kill them. It's really ridiculous. Sacrifice them, I mean.
I've been
Poor people.
the only
It's
video
sad
games
though,
I've been
because I like the
playing are
characters.
Murderer.
I got into the RimWorld mod systems, and like just how you can basically like I thought I'd played RimWorld enough to like I just wasn't enjoying it anymore, and then I actually like started going into the actual mods, and now the game's like you can make the game completely different, and it's like different aspects and everything. So it just basically remakes Dwarven Fortress into a brand new thing. Like you can just make it.
Has the Dwarven Fortress finally come out for Steam yet? I don't think so.
No, not yet. But why bother when you got RimWorld? I mean, RimWorld is basically Dwarven Fortress.
Yeah, I just want the Dwarven Fortress theme.
Well, that's the cool thing. So like in the mods, there's all these things like you can play a Viking themed, and they've redone everything. There's a medieval
wow.
one where you can build a castle, and like the
Oh,
other people have, and,
really?
like, and so it's other feudal lords as well. There's one for a Cthulhu overlay. So it's like you're like the things that come and attack you are like Shoggoths and things like that. Walking Dead overlay.
Is it all the underlying systems though?
What?
Is it all the same underlying systems though?
No, like the mods are amazing. They've like completely changed everything. So it's just like new textures for everything. So like when you're playing like the Walking Dead one, you are like breaking stuff down and building like ramshackle like chain link fences and things like that to keep the zombies out. And
that's cool.
it's pretty cool stuff.
The game is amazing.
Oh yeah, RimWorld is absolutely amazing. If you haven't,
I mean, even just the core game, you should play that.
Well, the core game is I mean, it's like they say, like even after if you get killed off and I haven't done it myself because I don't want to take the time to do it. But if your base gets destroyed, like whatever, you finally raiders come and you can't defeat them and they kill all your people or whatever, you will just sit there and you can let time pass by, and then there's a chance that they're like wandering tribesmen will stumble upon the ruins of your base and will move in and take over, and at that point you can start playing again.
You control,
you control the people that come in and take and reforge.
I never played that long.
Yeah, no, I watched a thing on YouTube of the guy, and he's like, he just put it on the like fast move, and like it was like like a couple of weeks of game time had to go by, and then like these people just showed up, and then like he was able to just start playing again because they just took over the remnants of your place.
I found your bodies.
Well, no, like I mean, like you theoretically they rotted away or whatever.
Sure.
Maybe they take the time to bury them. Who knows? But yeah, just the amount of stuff that how everything gets changed and altered and monkeyed with in that is probably like the coolest thing. Like how everything is tracked. Like just how it's like like your people start having bad days because like the last raider attack, like you haven't buried the raiders that that attacked you. You haven't buried their bodies, so people have to walk by their dead bodies every day, and so they start like getting more and more upset about it, and all of a sudden they're not working as hard for you. I mean, crazy stuff like that.
Well, I know you could bury the dead.
Yeah, so you gotta set up an area that's a graveyard.
You put a graveyard on them.
Yeah, you gotta give somebody a job to go and pick up the dead body and drop it off. If you're lucky enough to have a cannibal, you can have them eat the body.
That's Cult of the Lamb, baby.
Yeah,
you can eat your dead or bury them. Your choice.
We started playtesting God.
You can give a bowl of poop to a. There's a guy who wants a bowl of poop as a quest.
Nice upbeat game.
And then he gets sick because he ate the bowl of poop.
Oh, it's consequences. Yeah.
Anyway.
So we God King, we have exclusive yay or nay on it right now. I've started doing playtests of that heavy Euro that we are
God or King, right?
Yeah,
you said
like
God or King.
God King is what it's called. You start off God King. You start off as a lowly demigod that has control over a single domain. So like maybe like you are you're the god of death, or you are the god of nature, and what have you. But as the game progresses, you get more domains, and depending upon the domains that you get, those two things will combine together. So like if you become the god of knowledge and the god of industry, then you become the god of science, right? And so there's like these tiered progressions, and each domain has like different powers that you give you that allow you to interact with everything. And so it's exponential. So you start with 5, and then there are 10 more that you have 10 more domains. So because you're exponential, and then like, you know, obviously it keeps expanding out. So like you like the tier 3, your god king domains here, it's like these are the ones: afterlife, god of beauty, god of colonies, god of courage, god of debts, god of destruction, god of domination, god of espionage, god of guidance, god of ingenuity, god of inspiration, god of lore, god of madness, god of martyrs, god of medicine, god of passion, god of patronage, god of potential, god of prophecy, god of prosperity, god of resurrection, god of revelry, god of scholarship, god of sea, god of storms, god of thieves, god of time, god of vengeance, god of wealth, and god of weapons. And each one of those has a distinct power that you get, and some of them are actually like change the game. Like you'll get access to a brand new mechanism that nobody else has. So like you'll if you become the god of trade, like you get access to ships that you're allowed to use as resources, and then when you use them, you can make people have trade deficits and give them debt tokens. They'll be worth negative points at the end of the game and stuff like that. So it's super cool. It's heavy, and it's tough to understand. I mean, it's like it's one of those things where I when I was taught the game, I've discovered something. The designers of games are usually their worst teachers, because when I was taught how to play the game,
Just ask Evan.
yeah, exactly. When I was taught the game, like literally, I was taught everything but how to win. You know, so when I played the game, it was like I was trying to. I had no idea what I was doing to win, and I ended up scoring really horribly. And the guy was like, "What'd you think?" And I was like, "Well, I wish you could have told me like what's the goal here? What am I trying to do other than me just hitting buttons trying to figure something out?" But now because I've told people, it's like, look, you want to have sacred texts at the end of the game. That's like a thing you can gather, and you can gather these sacred texts because they're basically end game scoring type condition things. You want to get sacred rituals, because those are like an engine building mechanism that allow you to convert resources into points. You want to build more shrines and chapels and temples and get them out onto the board, because when you do that, the word of your power grows, and you get more followers, and followers is basically the game's word for victory points. And then like your religious leaders come in three versions: acolytes, monks, and speakers. And the more of those you have, and the more faith they have, the more points they'll give you at the end of the game. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy stuff that goes on.
Cool.
I don't know.
When's it coming out?
Well, we got to get at least 20 blind play tests done. I've only got like 7 right now, so we need to do that. Then we need to go in. And right now, I mean, the feedback has been very positive so far. Yeah, so I mean,
Maybe you'll put it on GameFound and Alex can help you market it.
Maybe.
Is that your job, Alex? Are you helping market the games?
So my job is no, not the games themselves. Although I'm overseeing some of the people who are doing that. Job's more general, just in charge of marketing GameFound itself. That means anything from meeting with project creators, trying to get people in the door, trying to revamp some of our internal systems as far as both GameFound itself, as well as how we do marketing and how we get new clients. It's basically growing GameFound, and then the actual job delegation is very based on what we're trying to do.
Cool.
Yep.
How's it
It's
going?
fun. Oh, it's been a very, very educational first 2 weeks. Lots of learning new systems, lots of things like that. Scheduling meetings with various creators out there. It's another opportunity to talk to people in the board game space, which I enjoy, and then an opportunity to try to figure out ways to make the platform better, which is fun sometimes, and other times it's like, yeah, we're not going to do that. I'm like, well, could we though? But yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to have no restrictions.
Well, no, when I say could we though, I mean that the answer is still no. Yeah, no, my last job was working for a tech company. So like I understand a lot of these balances of the things we want to do versus just the general return. Like, okay, great, we could do this thing and people want this thing, but also it's going to take us a whole lot of time, effort, and energy. And right now we're putting that effort and energy towards other things. I'm like, yeah, but they're not asking for the other things. You're like, yeah, but they'll like the other things. Also, the problem is there's more backers than creators. So inherently you get a lot of people asking for things that are more public versus you have a lot of people behind the scenes asking for things that are more private. So it's a weird balance there.
Hmm.
Like everyone wants an app. Everyone wants an app, but actually not as many
Right.
people want an
It
app as they
works.
think.
The site works on the phones.
That's the thing,
Why do you need an app?
because there's lots of people who like the app. And so it's a question of, do we try to cater
I don't
to
think
like,
there's the question. Here's the deal. We made the BGG app, right?
Yeah.
I would say there's probably only 5,000 people using it.
ouch.
That's
Yeah.
not a lot,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, what you're saying is why an app isn't
I
being
think
worked
the
on.
most vocal people want the app.
Yes.
You will not get the majority of the people. Actually, let me bring it up real quick. I might be underestimating that.
No, but the general idea is exactly why an app's not being worked on. The question internally is,
You're not going to get.
Yeah.
Okay, so the past week we had 13.6 thousand users.
Mhm.
That's not a lot compared to the millions
Yeah.
and millions of people that use BGG every day.
Yeah.
13,600 is not a lot.
Right.
Now the app is free and it's on iPhone only. And there's so many
Oh,
people.
I can get it
So
now.
many people play on are on Android now. Like it's a majority system. I'm like, oh, really? Is it?
I
Yep.
just switched to iPhone.
Did you?
Yeah.
wow, how'd that go for you?
I'm still on the iPhone.
So
switched
I
back.
figured I'm gonna be Apple everything else, so I might as well get the whole
the
ecosystem.
iPhone.
going.
The ecosystem is pretty good.
Joe.
Look at Joe. He looks like a
Joe.
beefy guy. He's beefy.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Working out.
You could be back in Cleveland.
What's that?
You could be in Cleveland.
Could be.
Are you in a stone room?
He's in the salt mines.
I am. I'm in the
Cave?
mines,
In the cave?
in the caves.
Nice. What do you think about the sword thing?
Oh man, I just need to figure out like how to send like ninja stars to the people that are going to review our next games.
Well, those are illegal, aren't they?
Yeah, I
Even
wouldn't.
better,
I
right?
would suggest send that through the mail.
Well, it's like illegal, like, getting a sword sent to you. So you,
Yeah,
Is
some
that
places
illegal?
are.
I don't think that's illegal. It's only the the small switchblades.
I
That
think
are
it depends on the
illegal.
state.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, through the top swords knives are not legal in some states, but not swords. I don't think. I don't think any states ban swords.
Yeah, it's not every day you see
We
somebody.
need the
walking
weapon
around.
expert on the show.
Keith.
Yeah,
I don't know if he would know about swords.
I think he would probably know. He knows
Yeah,
more than you think. Yeah.
Really?
Well, he bought me a knife that he found out was legal in Texas, just to make sure. He got me a little knife.
Did he give you a penny with it?
A penny?
You're
Is that a
supposed to
thing?
give a penny when you give a blade to somebody as well.
Oh, I never heard that before. Is that like some kind of?
I can't
why
remember
you have to give
why.
us a penny? Doesn't
I
make
can't
any
remember
sense.
why, but my jackass of a ex-brother-in-law, informed me of this gladly when I gave him a little pocket knife for Christmas.
Interesting. I never
There
heard
is
that.
Yeah,
a
that's
very
a-
weird business, basically like this giant like pawn shop slash lumberyard slash tool shop, slash old furniture place near my lake cabin in Lake Park, Minnesota. I mean, there's big signs on the side of the thing that says tarps, furniture, toys, knives. It's just like all these things you saw. And I remember we went there and there was there's this rack of this jewelry case of like all these weird knives that you can like that basically they've either somebody they found or somebody sold them or whatever. And I remember like, you know, I mean, my daughter found this knife that was just a duck that like had a blade that came out of the end of it, and there was like a one that had a peanut and like you know, like a little tiny peanut and then the little knife that came out of it, and they were like $1. I remember I found one that was a crocodile there. I don't think any of those are legal. I don't know, crocodile knives, peanut knives, are those legal in Texas?
Never heard of it.
So.
What have you been up to, Joe?
Yeah, Joe Shabadoo.
Been a while.
I've just been working a lot.
Yeah,
It's been a
Mr.
busy
Board
week
Game
for these days.
Tables over here.
Oh, board game tables. That's right. How's that going?
Yeah, it's going good. It's been a busy first half of the year, and things are.
Did you see that
starting
new
to get a
table
little
that
bit
went live?
smoother.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn Blacklocks.
What is it called?
The Iron Sides or whatever it's
Iron
called.
Sides.
Yeah, we were looking at it.
Not to take away from what you were saying, but sorry.
No, yeah,
I'm free associating tables with tables.
it's doing really, really well on Kickstarter, and
It is.
It's going to be a
they
tough
are
proposition to fill. All those
well.
orders.
Their marketing is really, really good. I'll say that. Like, first of all, their marketing is really, really good. But I guess the main thing about this table, because we were looking at it, if you buy this table plus the topper and plus just like some cup holders, once you factor in shipping, the Jasper table that we sell is like $150 more expensive. So even though they're kind of like coming out with like $399, $399, it's
That's
not.
what. Yeah, that got me too.
It's not really that much different than what we're already doing with the Jasper. And I mean, the Jasper is an all wood, table, so it's different. One thing about
all
this,
iron? Is this all metal?
yeah, it's all metal.
It's a metal table.
Yeah.
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 With
Not
a
a single
wood
piece of
top.
wood.
Well-
Well, there's a wooden top. Yes.
Wooden top. Okay.
If you want to put your elbows on the table, there's little cushions that you attach to the table.
So this is really
I'm
funny,
trying to
right?
think of what metal tables I've ever seen before.
So this is actually the thing about this campaign that cracked us up. And again, no shade to these guys, like they're doing a great job, but it's that the way that they spun a negative into a positive. So because of the way the table's constructed, it doesn't have an apron, right? There's no apron underneath of it. It's just a straight metal bar that goes up. So what that does is it creates like a really skinny railing, right? Which isn't super comfortable to put your arms on, which is why when you have the wooden table and it kind of costs a little bit more, you have that piece that goes this way and that piece that goes this way that joins to give you a nice armrest. Here, they didn't do that just to make it very cheap and very affordable. They just put this thin piece that just goes up, which makes it very narrow and very uncomfortable to rest on. But then they spun it like on the Kickstarter. They're like, gets you closer to the action, puts you much closer to the game. And then they're like, oh, by the way, you probably want to add these cushions for your arms because resting your arms on this table, as we found as a product, probably hurts.
Well, they
So,
already sold
I mean,
$1 million worth.
Oh, they sold $3 million
Yeah.
worth.
Is it 3 million?
Yeah.
Wait a
Oh,
second.
yeah.
It was a million. This
Just
morning.
over 3.
No, it was 2 million the first day, Scott.
Oh well, maybe I need to check my eye glasses.
Yeah, he's Canadian. The guy that runs it. He's in China though.
What was the name of it again? Iron tables.
Ironside.
Ironside. I mean, they're the same people who did Boxstone. This is like a massive success for them. They shut down Boxstone.
Boxstone. Yeah, they did this token Sesame thing
Token
as well.
Sesame. Yeah.
The what?
We
I never
did
heard
the
of
packaging for that, the rule book or whatever for that.
What?
I think it's a perfectly fine.
Dude, this was $1 million
product in
this
the
morning, wasn't it?
No, it's 2
No.
million.
No,
the first
it
day,
wasn't.
right?
Really?
But I mean, we can't complain. We're selling a crap ton of
Yeah, I
tables
mean,
every single week.
I'm
so.
just surprised the market is still like flush.
What's the lead time for your tables right now, Joe?
Custom tables ship in 90 days, and if you want a Jasper, it ships like if you ordered a Jasper tonight, it'd be at your house on Friday.
Oh.
That's fast turnaround.
Maybe a week from Friday for my house.
Oh, these guys, the token sesame thing.
No, we have Jaspers in Canada,
Oh yeah.
and we're about to ship a whole container of Jaspers over to Europe.
Wow. Fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any
Making
hoops?
it
I guess
happen.
you got to jump through some hoops for that.
So did you cap the Kickstarter, Joe, for like each individual product, so you have enough to ship that quickly, or?
Oh, we didn't do a Kickstarter. Like we're just selling it.
Oh, I'm
They're
sorry. I
just
thought it was a
retail. They're like
Kickstarter.
a store
Just
now.
retail. Okay.
They're Kickstarter games now. They're a publisher.
Yeah.
Because they don't have
And
enough
the
to do apparently.
bags. And the bags. Don't forget. Well, I mean, the tables kind of run themselves at this point. Like we pay attention to them,
Right.
but like
Yeah, that's amazing.
they're just happening, right? So, you know, the games are kind of the main focus. And I mean, the bags are just always doing well.
I need to get a bag. Are there any new table products coming up in a little while?
Table products. So right now we've shifted a lot of our focus onto our shelving that we did. So we're going to fulfill that by the end of the year. And then we're probably going to do like a 2.0 Kickstarter for the shelves. And
you
then
you mean a game found?
no, not a game found. Maybe
I
a
think
backer kit.
I think there's potential to get a
No.
customer here, Alex.
I think actually we see some strong possibilities coming out of Indiegogo these days.
How about GoFundMe?
I might do a GoFundMe before I do a game found.
You could pair it with your kidney operation and you'd be good to go.
Some harsh
Basically,
words
be like
Truth
get some shelves
bombs, apparently.
and pay my medical bills.
So can and this is not me trying to throw shade towards board game tables or any table thing. I
No
get the
shade
reason-
thrown.
No,
I love a conversation
But I'm
No,
going
no,
to
no,
tell
no.
you something that might be shady.
You're like, I've never
Not
really
trying-
had
not
a problem with
tro-
the Alaboom.
I know.
But
Here's the deal. Here's
Not
the deal.
trying
Here's the
to
deal.
throw any shade, but why are your tables so bad?
No. I don't understand. I mean, like, thing is that the table that I use, I got rid of. I had a board game table. I got rid of it just because it was too big, and so then.
Did you have
which
a
was my
board
fault
game
for getting-
table or just a board game table?
It was a board game table. It was like made with the recessed thing, the whole 9 yards, the whole whatever. It was too
But
large.
was it
That
the
my fault.
brand board
Just-
game?
No, it was the
just-
ultimate
just
board game.
Let me
table.
finish my story. So I ditched it. I gave it to a guy that, like, you know, I mean, like, I was just, he was supposed to pay me for it. I think I got a couple $100 of the money that he was going to give me.
Are you
Like,
talking
I
about the
don't care.
ultimate?
It's just, yes. And then my wife found, like, some lady was moving, and I got like basically a very nice, like, very like dense oak kitchen table, like basically a dining room table that would like cost you, you know, well over $1,000 if you bought it new. She was moving back to
At least.
yeah, she was moving back to India, and she like basically couldn't take it with her, and so she saw like she wanted like $400 for it, and my wife sent me, I was like, let's go look at it, and like literally like we got there, and she was just like, yeah. And then like, yeah, I just gave her the cash, and I, you know, dismantled it and put it back together, and it's just, so I have it now, and here, and it's like, and it works just fine. Like it's the perfect
Does it table
size.
properly?
It
Tables.
The stuff doesn't fall through it onto the
Four
floor.
It holds
legs.
things up
Four
above.
legs.
It has 4 legs.
There's only 3.
Oh, wow.
And
wow, that's-
also for that, yeah, for that $400 too, I got all 6 of the chairs. I mean, and they're all like heavy
That's a good
oak
deal.
chairs. No, it was a
Here's
heck of a deal.
Is the
It was just like you
question-
happen to look at, but my point is that, like, I get the
Yeah, you
reason
had a
why
point.
people want to have the board game table, right? They love that recessed thing. They love the fact that the stuff doesn't fall over. You have the spots to put drinks and what have you. I get it totally is, but I mean, it's one of those things where, like, it isn't something that's me, right? I don't feel like I need it, and but I mean,
Sure.
but I just, so it's one of those things where I don't. It just seems like Shane put it perfectly. He said He said, why did I start making board games? It's so much easier. And like he says that all the time, the guys who really made all the money in the gold rush were the people selling dynamite, shovels, and pickaxes, not the guys going out looking for gold. You know, he's like, why did I start doing this? You know, I should just be like making accessories, you know, because you don't have to play test an accessory. You don't have to sit there and like hammer away at it, you know, and everything.
You mean like bags?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just like, you know, and it's just so like just make the stuff that's you know, I mean, like look at dice, for example. I mean, like you like, and I'm not saying that it's simple to make dice, but it's like, oh look, I'm gonna make these new dice that have these.
The science guy would beg to differ.
Well, okay, fine. You know what I'm talking about. Like, here's a new dice, but this one has blue sparklies, and this one's got green sparklies.
What happened to our
say,
resident dice expert, John Rott?
Yeah. Well, you know, whatever.
The dice,
Anyway,
has he made his $1 million in dice?
I don't know.
Probably.
But here's the deal. So it's like you just have like, and it's just like, and like I was going through my stuff, and because I'm getting rid of stuff or whatever. I was going through. I probably have 5,000 dice. You know, just in different D&D sets. It's just a ton of dice. I have
no need to brag, Lance.
Well, I know. But
You don't
the
have
thing is that there's lots of people that have tons and tons.
You may have like 500.
No, dude. I have
5,000?
like sacks. I have sacks and
5,000.
sacks of dice. Yeah, just like because of dice that I got in prototypes that like I just took the dice out and threw them in, you know, thing. I mean, I could probably I was thinking about filling this 55-gallon aquarium with my dice just to see if I could fill them, you know, just because of the thing. It was just ridiculous. But I mean, but people buy dice all the time. They can't stop buying dice.
Yeah.
Honestly, I take it back.
Because they don't even think about
No,
it. It's like,
I'm always amazed that you get a Kickstarter that creates a dice thing for 250 grand. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, and I know how much
Like,
those dice
why is there not
cost.
dice out there that already exist that you could just buy now?
And that's the crazy thing is that
The
like,
hype.
I contact things and like find out what China charges to get those dice, and those dice are like, and dice are easy to make. You know, I mean, it's just
Go on
like,
Alibaba.com and search for the dice, and they're all amazing and they're very cheap. Yes.
But we have people running Kickstarters that are saying, oh, and these dice are they use whatever Corinthian leather adjectives they're going to use to get people excited about them, and then they say, oh, give us
Corinthian leather.
give us $15, you can get one set. Give us
military
20
grade
give us-
tactical steel.
Yeah, give us $29, you can get two.
You dent
Give
your
us,
table when you roll.
give us $44, you get three. But if you give us 65, you can get all 5 sets. And people will just give them that $65, not even think about it. And each one of those sets of dice cost probably 80 cents to manufacture. And people just don't even care. They just hand the money over.
So Lance, I know that you said
cynical and pessimistic. Yes.
no, I know that you didn't really ask a question, but
Yeah,
I will answer what I think the question might be.
Oh no, this is just conversation.
No,
went from tables to dice. I don't.
No, I get it. I think for the tables in general, I think having a gaming table for a lot of people solidifies their like hobbyist status, right? They're like, I love board games so much that I have a table that I have dedicated to this hobby. For a lot of people, it is functional. Like a lot of people, like our number one customer is partners that play games together, not necessarily like, oh, I just play with my spouse or my partner or whatever. But I would say that like our number one customer are like where both partners in the relationship are both gamers, because then you actually kind of justify the purchase a lot, because hey, this is a dining room table and it has the board game feature that goes along with it, right? We also generally would say that our customers are people that make game night like a huge part of their weekly habit, is like having a game night at their house. And I think that when you make that such a big part of your life, it kind of, in a lot of people's minds, justifies the expenditure that they might have for the tables. So, I mean, that's what a lot of people generally we find are kind of buying the tables for is it's kind of that like, not, I wouldn't say status symbol. It's not really a status symbol, but kind of that like, okay, this is a purchase that we feel is going to mean that we play games more because we own this piece of furniture.
Well, okay, and it has a lot to do with the fact that, and I'm not, trying to typecast, but I mean, and the people that are purchasing, like, okay, I have 500 board games of which I play 10% of, maybe, or more, right?
Sure.
At that point, and I'm agreeing with you. I agree with you. All your points, I think, are incredibly valid, and I think you're accurate on those. I think a lot of it is that you get to a point where it's like, well, it's like I don't want to go out and just buy another $80 board game to qualify my hobby. I need to do something else to qualify my hobby, and which is then you're getting into purchasing a giant piece of furniture that you're gonna use, and then to add to that situation. And you're also dealing with the fact that, like, there are, and I'm all for diversity, and I love the fact that more women and more people of color are getting into the hobby. But look in this room right now, we're all old white men, and whether we want to admit it or not, you want okay, you know what I
Not
mean?
that old.
Like
Yes,
35 and older, whatever, old white men.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
33
I
and
just
older.
turned 34.
Okay, I
Yeah,
apologize.
I'm 33. Lance.
But
I'm
we
a baby.
are professional. We are professional people that work a job, who have discretionary income that we can spend. Like, we can go out and say, you know what, I'm going to spend $1,200 on a board, or less, or $399 for the iron size, or whatever it is.
I mean, you'd be surprised how many $12,000 tables we sell.
Well, no, I'm sure
I just
there's tons of-
configured
I
one
would.
pretty.
I would.
I just configured a custom one like just now, pretty bare bones, and it was $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I would
And-
say-
and so then I say, like, but again, it's like, what is it? Does it, like Joe said, it's like, my table has 4 legs, and it,
Lance,
the
no
stuff-
need
the
to
stuff
brag
stays on
about
top.
your
Yeah, I know.
four-legged
I know.
table,
I'm
man.
pretty
I
proud
know.
of.
My table has 5.
What's the net takeaway? What's the point?
Why?
Look, there.
Ooh.
There's my big giant heavy oak table right there. Just like, and then boxes of a Kallax shelf that I need to put together. But yeah. So I mean, it's just, and it sits 6 comfortably, and we play D&D.
And my table is disassembled right there.
So we get this question a lot, Lance. We get a lot of people that say,
How do you qualify your existence? No, sorry.
yes, exactly. No, we get a lot of people that say, there can't possibly be that many people that want a board game table. And we usually answer the question by saying this, be like, how many people do you know that have a billiard table in their house and play on it maybe once a year? And that's kind of like,
thing is long since over.
When
I mean,
company
yeah.
comes over, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
but how, Lance, you live in a place like I do where there's basements, right? We live in basement places, right? Not everybody lives in a place where there's basements, but when you live in a place where there's basements, it is so common to find people that just have pool tables in their house. And you ask them, like, when's the last time you played on this? But like, I don't know, 5 years ago, because it's just a thing to take up space. And I feel like a board game table is much more functional and much more useful than a billiard table.
My parents have a pool table in their basement. I mean, it's like covered in stuff now, but I mean, but I remember when the only time it ever got used is when my mother's dad would come to town, and he would just sit down there and play pool all day long. Because and I was like, why do you play pool? And he'd always try to get me to come down and play. I wish I'd played it with more often, but I was really young. And he's like, well, it doesn't cost me anything to play here. He would just sit there and play pool and just like, yeah, for hours at a time. I actually, after I started drinking beer more often and going to bars, I enjoyed playing pool a lot. I still would. I don't know. It's just, it's weird that, like, it is way tougher to create the thing that goes on top of the table than it is to, I mean, I'm not saying that, like, designing a table and getting all the engineering down and making sure that all the pieces are the right size and that it can be assembled. I'm sure its own giant pile of a giant bag of cats that you gotta herd and figure it out. But there's no play testing. You know, like there's no like,
There is.
okay,
There's
I mean,
prototyping, there's
let's play
adjustments.
this. Yes, but there isn't. Let's play this game 100 times in a row and then try to figure out where like the spreadsheet is to like, figure out if this card should be +3 or +2.
So when you guys launching your
Oh,
first?
Yeah, I was gonna say then get it on the game.
No.
So,
I'm just,
no, Lance, I agree with you. and
there
we've-
are things in the works all the time with Shane. So I mean, I don't know.
But also, when
I'll
we all
be-
run out of money to buy the board game tables after the board games, we'll have to need the next thing. So what's the next thing, Lance? We should figure out the next thing before the market's early.
If I knew what the next thing was, I wouldn't be talking to you about it.
That's what I'm saying. But there should be some sort of next thing we can all spend money on because there's going to be a next thing. I mean, board game tables, what do you got on the
board
shelf?
games.
Swords,
Board game
swords
beds.
with our names on them.
Your personalized.
No, those
sword.
are free. Those are free.
Oh, okay.
Board game beds, is that what you said, Joe?
Board game beds.
Board
What, the
game
table drops
beds.
down from the ceiling, you just hit the bed and play?
Yeah, it just goes in between. You can like lay on your side next to each other and play a
Yeah.
2-player game.
Yeah,
It's
like
great.
a breakfast tray, but instead of like a breakfast that folds out from underneath you, but you actually close it to seal in the game atop. The legs that go above you, like the solo thing, close in. You have a sealed space, almost like a puzzle in front of you in your bed. It's got inherent gyro stabilization for when your bed's rocking back and forth. There's a real market here.
So the thing is that I don't.
Wow, you
and
went
I'm
complicated with
weird
that
too,
one.
but I don't really like the recessed board game thing. I don't like it.
All right, Lance, we get it. You don't like board game tables. What the
No, but
fuck?
that means-
I'm weird. I don't like it.
Man.
I don't like the fact that like everything you just kind of like it's
No, I
something
mean,
that's, you're down
So
and I don't
Lance,
like it.
everything you're saying is correct though. As a company, we will often say, tables are 60% of our revenue, but we spend 80% of our time on games because they take a lot more work.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I mean, it's like the miniatures thing we're doing now. We're like gearing up for we're gonna start delivering that here at the end of the year, and we're gearing up for the next Kickstarter, and like I mean, like, 'cause we really believe the next one is gonna just be freaking gangbusters and go over like nutballs. And look at that. All it is like, hey, let's make sure we make a cool looking orc with a sword and move his arm a little bit this way and move that a little bit that way. Okay, done. I don't have to play test that. It just looks like an orc with a sword. But people are willing to give you $5 for 20 cents worth of plastic.
There is a lot of companies that have just like figured out a really particular niche, like Reaper Bones, right? They're like every year and a half, they're like, hey, do you want to give us $400 for a giant box of shitty miniatures? Because we will 100% be that company. And that's great. Like,
what's your opinion on this? Shitty?
I mean,
Are they
Reaper
good
Bones. I
miniatures?
mean,
I thought they were pretty good. No,
They're not
I-
bad, but I mean, but here's the deal. It's like it's people.
it's quantity over quality.
People buy
Yeah.
a bunch of minis thinking they're gonna paint them, but they're never gonna paint them.
well, the whole
Well, it's like going to
I
the
mean, the
gym.
whole-
You gym memberships for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Except for Joe. Joe goes to the gym every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, but like I mean, Reaper Bones, I don't know. I'm not the best judge on quality when it comes to like painting miniatures or anything. But like in general, they're not trying to like compete with like Games Workshop. They're just like it is literally a quantity play. Like it is just like here is bulk, right? You want bulk, we have bulk.
Yeah.
No.
Joe has
You know,
both.
you know what's actually a really good here? I actually I want to show these to you, and I knew these existed, and there's two things that like these work great. I gotta share my screen here. If you don't care about playing with minis or whatever, but you want to have minis to play with,
Oh, skinny minis. Oh wow.
so
I like standees.
I paid for these, and they're
I'm
like
clean that way, Scott.
$6, right? And you print them off, and you can use these as standees when you play D&D. And like the guy who does Order of the Stick, it's all of his artwork. They like you pay $5 for like and there's. I think if you buy all of them, it'll cost you about $40-some to get all of this stuff, and it's like you just make these little standees. And you just use
Cute.
these instead of miniatures. These are colored and like in
2012.
What?
2012.
2012. This was his first set that he
Oh,
that he made back in 2012, right? And there's
Yeah.
called the Monster.
I
for every
like those.
season.
I like standees.
So yeah,
It'd be cool if they were like plastified.
Yeah, but I mean, and like you just
Like those
you
little-
print them off. Yeah, there's a little spot there for putting a penny on, and then you tape the penny on there so it has weight,
So it can
doesn't
stand
blow
on.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just
You could print them on polyester.
Oh, I suppose you could, yeah. But anyway, those work. I mean, next time I run a D&D game, I'm just playing now. I'm not DMing. I'll print all these off and I'll just use these instead of miniatures because there's so many more options. And I only found out that these exist because I stumbled upon. Every once in a while you find a YouTube channel that deserves way better, like way more subscribers than it has. I stumbled upon
All the time.
a YouTube channel that has 282 subscribers, and it is called Mage's Musings, and it is this guy who he has a puppet that is a wizard with a wizard hat, the whole thing, and it's like, and the name of the puppet is like Merlin Gendastigor or something like that. It's some weird amalgamation of Dumbledore and Merlin and a few other things. And he just talks about, there's like an overarching story, and he just really started in the last few months of like the fact that a demi-lich actually trapped the mage's soul in one of his soul gems, and like the mage is then now telling stories about D&D and like doing recaps of different game sessions that they play, and he uses those minis to show it off. Super cool. Mage's Musings, Mage apostrophe S Musings. Subscribe to him. I've watched. I mean, it annoys me because he doesn't have a ton of videos, but he's still making them, and he's still pretty hardcore. He's only probably got like about 25 videos, and I've watched every single one. And he stays in character when he's the mage.
Subscribe to it.
Yeah,
We need puppets reviewing board games. How come no one's done that yet?
It's too much work, man.
We did a
Killing your
puppet episode.
arms.
It's really
Oh, yeah,
hard.
you did,
It's a lot of
yeah.
work.
it is a lot of
You
work.
nearly
Yeah.
killed everybody.
What was that? The 100th episode, or I
Yeah.
remember watching it with the box-headed puppet, the square-headed puppet things.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody should start a YouTube channel of board game reviews, but it's done by puppets. And then we could see puppets unbox a sword, which would be great.
Oh yeah.
Puppets with
getting their own
swords.
sword.
Get impaled.
Does Anthony still do the puppets, Lance?
I don't know. Maybe.
How dare you ask, Barry?
Out there, I ask.
Play any good games, Joe?
You know what I played the other day? Mark Swanson came to my house. He lives in St. Louis. It's about 5 hours away. And we played his next game that he's going to publish after Feudum called Fir, F-I-R, like the tree. And it's very much like, hey, Mark Swanson, the guy that did Feudum, is basically trying to do his take on Caverna. And all I can say is it took about 4 hours, but that was with teach and setup. It was incredible. It was fan freaking tastic. It like honestly,
Yeah,
like
Feudum missed for me. I mean, it had
That-
like a lot of, the mechanisms in Feudum are awesome, but like all the other stuff I didn't want to do.
Feudum was very open world, and this is very much like worker placement, build out your own
Yeah.
little tableau
That's
and
what I
everything
wanted.
like that.
I wanted. Feudum has this weird like risk
Here, I can-
elements to it,
I know this is probably going to be a terrible
and
way
risk
to,
is
like,
not a. I'm not giving a good analogy for Feudum, but the
Actually,
fact
can
that
I do-
the minute after I'm spending 3 hours and then I got my city stomped, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to play this anymore.
Here,
not?
I can show you.
It's not fun. It's not fun to get your city stomped.
Yeah, it is.
Am I-
Come on,
It
Scott.
takes hours to build it up.
I hear what you're saying, Scott. I'm messing with you.
Am I able to share my screen, Lance? Or
Yeah,
no?
Only if he clicks the button.
No, I
Try it. Try,
allow
Joe. See what
participants
happens.
To share screen, there should be a little thing on the bottom there.
Let me try to share a window.
Yes. Don't share your whole screen.
Don't share your porn. Yeah.
Can you see that, Aldi?
Yes. Yes, we all see it. Yep.
Holy crap.
That's a big game.
That's the new thing.
Yeah, this is the new thing.
It's
Holy
totally
crap.
Feudum arts, but yeah. Wow. Holy
Well,
shit.
I honestly, I like, if I had a copy of this, I would probably never play Feast for Odin, Caverna, anything like that again. I
Really?
would probably only play this. Yeah,
What the heck is that
it's
thing going on in that thing?
it's a lot. There's
Is it
just
all
a lot of work.
is all the board worker placement, or are you building out on the board?
No, the board is all worker placement. It's got
Okay.
markets and stuff that you can do and tracks and stuff, but everything else is basically done here on your board that you're building out. But you can
God.
get Steam Tech and a Foreman and like all of these
Wow.
other things.
Wow, that's incredible.
And it was great too. Like I will say, like I
You posted this
thought
on
it was fantastic.
Instagram. It's not. Is it on BGG yet?
Twitter. It's Twitter.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
it's on BGG.
Fur.
Yeah,
It's
there it
there.
is.
The object of the game is to put. No, that's not the one. Turn loggers in the legend of this perilous 19th century worker placement game. Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a joke. No, like, or I thought it was a different game.
Oh
who
yeah,
calls
so
for
it does the
logging is not.
village. So it does the village thing where your workers can die if you take enough damage, and one of your workers gets injured, and you either have to bury them on your farm, which takes up a spot and gives you -3 victory points. But if you don't donate money to the church, you can buy a grave and get positive victory points for your dead workers, because you'll be remembered fondly in the afterlife.
I was gonna say the artwork kind of looked like Village a little bit.
That
It
was
looks like
actually just
Freedom.
all Mark's. Actually, that's all Mark's artwork. He hasn't even had the actual artist work on it yet.
Hmm.
It looks
4
good
hours, you
for
say?
like Mark just doing it
Like,
himself.
You
Yeah.
finished it in 4 hours.
Yeah, it
Like I
does.
feel like Feudum we played. I think we played like 8 hours and then finish.
Oh
8
no,
hours?
Long.
no. This
A
was
long game.
this was very much a game that had a very specific, like 5
Beginning, a
rounds
middle,
of
and end.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was 5 rounds of play. You took actions with your workers every round, and then it was over. Like it was much more of a. It had a much more satisfying arc to the game than just kind of the open worldness that Feudum is, where it's like, hey, do whatever you want, buy a submarine. Who knows what it does?
I'll be right back, guys.
I'll tell you what I'm really excited to play. I'm really excited to play After the Empire.
Good
That
game.
junk.
So Lance gave me a copy of it at
Ah,
Gen Con, and it got stolen, and it really pissed
What?
me off.
It got stolen.
Yeah, somebody
Where,
stole my
at Gen
copy
Con,
of
at the
After
con?
the
it
Empire.
was the
Yeah.
last one too. We're never gonna make any more. I'm sorry.
Never again. Ever.
It was just,
No,
man, I was so upset about it.
Man, Lance lost his water bottle. You lost the game.
Yeah. I mean,
So much
I mean,
prep for Gen
really the
Con.
water bottle. Well, I was the one who was really victimized.
The tumbler. I couldn't think of the name of his name.
Yeah, that tumbler. Yeah, I got-
They're mighty fine. No, you don't, Scott. Oh, he's not here.
yeah, nice try, though. I mean, I really got hurt. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
Joe maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, Joe, maybe. It's not like either one of them can't be replaced. Yeah.
No, we'll get him taken care
Well, I'm lucky I didn't have the designer sign my box after all.
of. Yes.
Whoever stole that game would have gotten an even more valuable product.
Just, ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I don't know. Anybody else got any grievances or anything? Anybody wants to complain about stuff? No?
I feel like I did, but I don't remember what it was.
Just because your
Alex
sword
had-
wasn't sharpened to the level that you wanted it to?
I mean, I got in a sword fight with another person with the sword. Quacklebanite sword fought, and my sword chipped.
Really? So your
Not
logo's
chipped,
off
not
center
chipped.
and it's chipped.
Chipped is a bit of a shit. It's got those little small dents like you'll get like when
Battle worn.
battle worn. It's battle worn. It's much better. Now I'm actually happy about it. Thank you. It's all about perspective.
Alex, have you played this game that Board and Dice is trying to hawk, this Cthulhu
They canceled it
dueling
already.
game?
I
Did,
played
did
it.
they already
Yeah,
cancel
canceled.
it?
Yeah, sadly. I mean, honestly, I think that makes sense. Like the game, and I said this in my review. I said the game does not look good. Like it's just the art
No.
and all that. Like it doesn't. They took a weird combination, and so many people picked up on that, and people buy with their eyes, and so it makes sense that they canceled it. But past that, I thought the game was fine, but it's also not my genre. Two-player collectible games, it's not my thing.
It's also not Board and Dice's genre. Like they've built such an
Yeah.
audience on like big stupid Euro games that like it feels weird when a company's like, hey, we're going to do something completely different than what we've ever done before. Hope our audience follows.
Says the company that started with board game tables and started making board games, and the audience followed. I mean, you're not wrong. I just think
I don't think that's a similar thing at all. I think that we had an audience to actually launch
Yeah.
ourselves into board gaming.
I think that Board Game Tables did an amazing job pivoting to do something else entirely, but
We didn't pivot. We branched. We're
branched,
doing both.
branched. Well, I think Board and Dice would argue the same, but I mean, I don't disagree with you. I'm just poking fun at that idea. I agree with you. It completely feels like a not their product in the slightest. Sometimes that can work out well. Sometimes it could. In this case, I think that they picked something that did not have great art and is a genre that is overdone. I mean, just generally two-player head-to-head games. It's with them saying card-based two-player head-to-head games with like all the decks and all that. Like I think it was a fun game. I totally enjoyed it. It's hard to stand out in that genre.
The other game I've been looking at on Kickstarter is this Almost Innocent.
Yep, play that one too. I enjoyed that one, but I enjoyed it with the caveat that, like, did you play Paint the Roses?
No.
So like it felt similar to Paint the Roses in terms of the feeling I got from it, which is not a bad thing at all. It's a simple deduction game that has a fun little arc to it of trying to figure out how to cooperate together to deduce things. I enjoy those games. I don't love them, but I liked it.
Here's my thing about this Almost Innocent game. So I bought Hidden Leaders, right? Which this is based in the same universe, right?
Yep.
Same artwork and stuff
Same
like
art,
that.
yeah.
I bought Hidden Leaders because I saw it on Kickstarter. It was a brand new company, and I thought the game like looked presented very well. I didn't even read what it was about. I was actually like, oh, it's like $25. I'll back it. I'm in. Why does the images for this look so much worse than Hidden Leaders if it's the same artist in the same world? This Kickstarter is not presenting itself the same way that Hidden Leaders presented itself.
That's a good question.
Which one is this?
I'm trying to look at now.
Almost Innocent.
Don't recognize it. The name.
I'm gonna
Like,
say it's
if
mostly
I-
graphic design. Not the
Well,
art,
'cause,
it's the
like,
graphic design.
If I go to Kickstarter, right, and I pull up the Hidden Leaders campaign, right, which let me just do that, and I look at it side by side to like the cover, everything about this looks compelling from the get-go. Like the banner image, scrolling down, just like all of the artworks look so unique, so cool, so vibrant. And when I look at Almost Innocent, I don't get that at all, which is so weird to me because like the art's the same. It's literally a game in the same universe, but everything looks so brown and just not as lively. And I find that very odd that how those two things can look so different. Because like I bought Hidden Leaders sight unseen and Almost Innocent. I'm just like, I don't even know if I want this.
Why is
And it's
Colossal
just
Game
from a
listed-
visual perspective.
listed in Sydney, Australia? Who's in Sydney, Australia that runs Colossal?
I don't know. They probably just
Secret
hired
they'll
somebody.
never tell.
Weird.
Never to.
Colossal. I have so
This
it
is
says Indianapolis, Indiana on mine.
I just clicked about buy Colossal. Oh, it says Colossal Game Sydney, Australia. What a weird.
It does for me as well.
Oh, I
But
have
it's just-
Indianapolis, Indiana right here.
Something's weird. It's
Yeah.
just- oh, you can
When you click on Colossal, it says Indianapolis.
see the word Sydney, Australia there. Is that coming
I
through?
know, I see yours. I'm with you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see it when you click the game.
Yeah, when you click
the
when you click the creator.
Well, Colossal is owned by the dude that does Matago. I wonder if
Yeah.
it has something to do with that.
But he's not in Sydney.
I know he's not in.
He's in
Sydney, but I'm
France.
just-
Arnold.
Or no.
It's a tax write-off. Shut up. I'm kidding.
Whatever. I don't know. Okay.
I like
I'm
Metago.
trying to look at the other game to see if you said it was. Is that a Colossal game too? Is it the same artist?
Same art,
It's
BFF
just-
games, they're working together.
Different games.
Yeah, well, same
Different-
artist, same universe, but Colossal picked up the title, I guess.
Ah,
I think it's like a flat out an AEG situation where like whatever the company that did Hidden Leaders is just letting Colossal do their distribution, I would imagine. And I think that's like the same deal that like flat out does with AEG, where they're like, hey, we're going to design it, we're going to do all the work on it, but then once it comes time to actually produce the game, we're handing it off. To me, that's what it feels like. I don't know if that's the actual situation, which is fine. It's
I
like
guess they're-
almost more of a design studio versus a publisher.
my first impression is there's more characters on this one, the Almost Innocent. Like there's a lot of characters and it's a lot of high frequency stuff. It's not as flat as the Hidden Leaders game. You know what I
Sure.
mean? That's all.
You know what also is just a very odd choice? The border around the box. Like when you look at the box render on the Kickstarter page, they have this off-white border that runs around it, and it makes it look very old-fashioned instead of the art just bleeding around the entire thing. Matt, what's your take on this, Mr. Graphic Designer?
Sorry, what game are we talking about?
Almost Innocent versus what's it called? Hidden Leaders.
Hidden Leaders. Hidden Leaders did 12,700 backers.
I
That's
just
a lot
looked
of, that's
cool
a lot
and
of
it was
people
cheap
for. Yeah, I guess
for a
that's-
first time
for
company.
a
It just
first time
looked-
thing
it
with
looked
no
nice and
no
it was
reviews
cheap.
that I can tell. A unusual deduction game, it says. It looks the same though when you start going through the thing. I guess maybe the characters are more. We should share the screen and bring it up so people know what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Share your screen.
Open up, Matt. Tell us all of the problems that they have.
All the problems, man.
Careful on your shares. Yeah.
Almost Innocent.
Is this the game you want to talk about, or is this the game you want to talk about?
Well, go to the Kickstarter page.
Well, we're comparing and contrasting because it's the same
Oh,
artist.
Kickstarter page. For which game? Almost Innocent?
Yeah. I just want your opinion. If you scroll down this box render right here with the
Yeah,
border
it
around
sucks. It no, it doesn't suck, but it's well. First of all, the logo.
The font is weak.
The logo positioning is problematic.
Yeah, the font is
The
weak.
hierarchy is completely off on it. I don't know where I'm supposed to look first on this. If it was a white, if the typeface was white, it'd be better.
Would
yeah,
you
the-
ever recommend someone to put a border around the cover of their box?
It depends. Usually no. But
I'm
Well,
just
for
trying to think
instance,
if I've
like-
ever seen that.
you see what they're doing at the bottom here? They have the bottom kind of canted up a little bit on the right hand side. Or maybe that's just the way they're rendering it. Hold on. Is it? Yeah, they're not showing it anymore.
I feel like that box will not come out that way. Or I guess it's already been.
Yeah, so it's kind of, you see I think it like just kind of trickles up a little bit, but if it were me, I would probably crank it up a lot if they're going to do that so that it looks purposeful. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this, it's just the logo is, I don't know, top right is kind of an interesting choice to put the logo in. I probably wouldn't do that. It's almost flipped. I would put the logo, like if you're going to put it in a corner, I put the logo top left and then these guys top bottom right.
I think those guys are very dark though. They don't stand out at all. Like they all blend together in a mush.
Like,
Yeah, they
if
totally
you look
do.
at the
Like
if you look at the
there's
hidden
contrast
leaders,
problems.
it pops.
Yeah, there's contrast problems here with this cadre.
Like this one pops so much.
It does,
it's
but it's still very muddy
Still
in here.
dark
though.
and muddy. Yeah.
I mean, the stuff on the edges is fine, but this whole center third. And look at this logo, perfect at the bottom.
Perfect.
Well, I mean, it's
Perfect.
good positioning.
Pat, perfect. Matt Paquette.
Well, I wouldn't say
Well,
perfect.
in quotes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Mm.
Matt
So-
Paquette. Hidden Leaders. Perfect cover.
Yeah.
Almost innocent. Problematic. Lance, I have a question for you.
Yeah, shoot,
Do you-
go for it.
Do you ever have to do the art direction for Gray Fox stuff?
I've done a lot of the stuff for the minis, but I mean, and then I'm usually, if there is a disagreement between Shane and Josh, I'm usually the deciding vote.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I've been working with Matt, and one of the funniest things I've had to deal with lately is I've spent 3 weeks trying to get an artist to flip a leg the opposite direction.
It's still wrong.
Like, no, it's right now. Did you get the
No,
new
it's not.
transfer today?
Oh no, I
Yes,
didn't.
it
Let me see.
is.
Hold on.
Oh, I didn't know you worked on that.
He finally got it right.
Did he?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like Snow and I were saying that. I mean, the last one was fine because, like, if she's a contortionist, she can rotate her leg to do that. But
Could she?
well, I mean, it's a cartoon. It's the Miko. So
Yeah.
Sure.
He was not happy when I asked for the third time. I'm like, you have to turn the leg around.
It physically is not possible.
Artists.
It's just funny that like small things that you have to walk through is like the way that you drew this leg is like a physical
Yes.
impossibility. You have to turn it and rotate it.
Yes, that works now. It's perfect.
Okay. Perfect. You heard that?
Perfect.
Compared to the other ones, this is perfect. It's funny, we have Cirque du Soleil's in town right now, and this working on all this stuff is like wanting me to. I kind of want to go catch the show.
We're seeing right now. I think I would like to.
What's the show?
I don't know. I've been to a few of them. My sister used to work for them for like a decade, so we got to go to a few shows.
Cool.
Nobody ever plays any games anymore. Nobody wants to talk. Well, I guess Joe did.
Kuza.
I'm playing this weekend, dude. Catching back up.
I'm playing on Sunday.
Playing this week.
I've been ill. I'm still ill.
Yeah, but you went out for the
The
first
ill
time in a while the other day.
What's that?
You went out for dinner for the first time in a while, eh?
We did, and it sucked because it was almost 100 degrees.
Oh yeah.
But it was fine. And then the thing that really sucked is we were done, and then we sat there waiting for the bill, and then we sat there waiting to get the card back for like another hour. Well, they don't have the terminals in America as much as Canada or.
Oh, the pin chip stuff, really? Because like, yeah, literally they bring the thing to the
Like,
table for us.
They take the card away, goes in the back for an hour.
Oh
maybe
yeah,
a
and they're
copy
just
and down
gone.
they're
I
gone.
love that.
I'm like, can I call the waiter back over to get the fucking bill done? Like we were sitting there, we were basically done. We were like, we want to leave, and it was hot.
Speaking of hot, is it pants or shorts weather for BGG Con?
Pants.
Depends. It's usually
It's
pants.
cold. Usually it's cold as
Yeah.
Well,
crazy.
whatever. It's like 50 degrees outside, and I'm wandering around in shorts. And Scott thinks I'm
well.
crazy.
Lance, you're from Minnesota, right?
Last time I checked.
Yeah.
I take a jacket.
You're
man.
used to negative degrees. Like I get cold at 50 degrees. It can
I
be
don't know
cold.
that I've ever seen Lance wear pants.
Me neither.
Maybe I'll do that for you. I'll bring
He's
a
like,
pair, I'll bring a pair of Zubas with me. Then you'll.
He's like Kevin Smith.
Yeah. Well, are you normally a shorts guy, Matt?
I'll
think
wear
jeans.
Birkenstocks and shorts if I can. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you might be able to get away with it, but it might be chilly.
No, I'm good for pants, dude. I mean, I
know
made
you're
the mistake
chilling.
of wearing Birkenstocks all of Gen Con.
You should bring layers because the hotel could be cold.
Yeah, I'll always have a hoodie.
Because they
with me.
usually keep the air conditioner.
Not the
on.
glass cock room. You'll keep the glass cock room at a nice steady 72 degrees, right?
Tepid iced tea. Or lemonade.
Oh, yeah, tepid lemonade.
With
Get
the
it
tepid
right.
lemonade.
Pink, and it's pink.
Hey,
When
it's
is
not even good
coming to
lemonade. it's
BGG Con,
pink
Joe?
lemonade.
when is BGG Con?
It's the week. No, it's this 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, which is the here. I'll give you the dates. I cannot remember it because it's different this
Ugh,
year.
I don't know. That's like right in between Essen and PAX Unplugged.
That's okay. We don't care.
Why
I
would you go to
know,
the
like-
best convention of the year?
I know. Why would you go to the best convention of the year? November
No.
7th. Well, it technically there. If you do tabletop network, it's November 7th, which is Monday, but it actually really starts on November 9th. It would be the Wednesday and to the 13th.
I might drive down. I forget that I'm not that far away from Dallas anymore. Like Dallas is only
Where do you
takes me
live?
like 6. I'm in Kansas City now.
Oh yeah, that's really close.
Yeah, I'm like 6-7 hours away. It's
Geez, that's
nothing.
like a half a day.
I was
Yeah.
contemplating driving.
Nothing, Scott.
I was contemplating
Nothing.
driving, but
From Canada?
yeah, I was going to be 2 12-hour days
Oof.
versus
rough.
getting my
You-
flights canceled. So
Uh,
Pearson
Flying
is
into Dallas is a. I've done the Toronto, Dallas leg, like no problems ever. But
yeah,
this was
well, lately everybody's getting their flights canceled to Pearson. So,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
I'll probably
I
2 hours of
actually-
2 full days of driving was just no, not gonna happen.
I volunteered to drive the 9-hour truck to PAX Unplugged because sitting in a truck for 19 hours.
I was gonna say
Sitting in
that
a
doesn't
truck
make
for
sense.
sitting in a truck for 19 hours actually seems more enjoyable to me than taking a flight that's probably going to get canceled or delayed at least once with a layover. That like I would so much rather just sit in the truck and
it's
drive
8
the truck.
hours to Dallas, by the way.
Yeah.
It's 500 miles.
Oh, it's like
Would you walk 500 miles, Joe?
I would
Da, da, da,
walk
da.
500 miles.
Is that the lyric?
Yes.
500.
And I'd walk 500 more.
Did you see? Have you seen
To
the guy
be
with
the
the map where
man
they draw the
who
map
walked
of like
1,000
this is
miles.
500 mile range from the city and then a 500 mile another 500 1,000 mile
1,000
range.
miles. Yes.
You should come.
I might actually.
So there was a
Those were fun.
you just made me think of something, and I
mean, Isn't board game tables coming to the convention? They're
don't
not
think
an
we're-
exhibitor.
I don't
You're
think so.
usually you guys are exhibitors.
yeah, I think I've seen you guys there before.
I'm pretty sure
we have in the past. I don't know that we've made a habit of it.
We've
There's a-
basically well, whatever. Go ahead.
No. There's a YouTube channel called Secret Base, and it is 99% sports based stuff, but they tell really weird stories about really weird things and it's a really good channel. If you just want to and they're like wonderful little like hour-long stories about weird things that happened in different sports and stuff like that. And one of them is that like the only time ever in Major League Baseball, a team scored 10 runs in the first inning, but ended up losing the game. And like the entire story about the whole thing. And the whole reason they tell the story is because the guy doing the because he said it was, I forget what it was. I forget it was like they were playing in Philadelphia and it was like the New York Mets. I forget what the two teams are. But the guy that was saying, he's like, if we in the first inning, he's like 10-0. If we lose this game, I'll walk home. And then they actually show the map of like this thing of like the number of miles that he had to walk, to get home. And he didn't do it that day, but like they did it as a charity event where then like he had a thing where he walked from like Philadelphia to, and it was something like, it was like 1,100 miles that he walked to for a charity event, just because they ended up losing the game in the 9th inning or something like that. Just made me think of that.
1,100
There's 4 table companies coming to BGG Con. Wormwood, Carolina, Take Game Toppers. There's another one. Where is it?
Why are you still at work, Joe?
Like work is like 3 minutes from my house, and
Oh,
like
okay.
it's in between the house and the gym. So I actually had to stop in here on the way home from the gym tonight, and then I to check on something, and then I saw Lance's post, and I was like, you know what? I haven't popped on the Alaboom in like a really
Years.
long time. It's been less than years. I pop on every couple months.
Yeah.
Years.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Ah.
Been a couple years.
It's
You might
been
want
a
to check
while.
that.
It's been a while.
You want to fact check that.
We're just
Anyway,
happy to have
it'd be
you.
cool to have you at BGG Con if you can make it.
I will make an effort.
I'm actually really surprised Chad's not coming to. It wasn't already signed up as an exhibitor, but
I mean, Chad
Never know.
might come, but Chad might just go to go.
and I always thought they were sponsors for pretty much every year, or like been there exhibiting.
Look at this guilt trip you're laying on me.
No guilt. I mean, I understand that the pandemic has put the hurting on a lot of people, so can't go to everything.
But you can frickin' try.
Yeah.
Especially when it's only 8 hours away.
Only 8 hours. You get drive to crew.
I'd rather have it in my sleep.
I would fly. 8 hours is still a long drive.
It's not that long. Depends on who you're driving with,
I
Scott.
haven't been down to the downtown one yet, I think.
I don't know.
I'm getting excited. I mean, it's coming up quick. I mean, we're like a month away from Essen, right?
I haven't booked my flight yet.
For Essen?
No, for BGG.
Oh, for BGG, yeah.
I gotta. So I'm
Stupid
trying to
American
get-
Airlines.
Damn American.
They're trashing me. I cannot. Can I grievance? So let me
Yeah,
grievance real quick.
grievance.
I bought 2 tickets in 2020 to go to 2 different shows. It was Origins and The Gathering. Both fell apart. Those tickets go. I have to use those tickets before the end of October. I'm not going anywhere for the end of October. I cannot use those tickets. That's $1,000 gone. Boom. Now I also have 250,000 miles with American. Guess when those expire?
October?
No, but pretty darn soon. November, actually, I think is when they expire. So I can't use those either. I mean, I ended up using them, but I had to struggle to figure out where to go. Like we're just doing a thing. So the world of travel and American.
So I don't fly.
Like to not use to not be able to use the tickets that I spent cash for. They can't just give me a credit. They had the money. They didn't do the flight, or I didn't show up with the flight. They sold those seats.
I'm sure there's going to be lawsuits against this. Or people are going to be upset about this. I'm sure it's not only you, Scott.
He
I'm
said
sure
all
it's
he can stands and he can
thousands
stands
of
no
other people.
more.
Yeah,
Not gonna take it
not going to take it.
anymore.
Them sons of bitches.
Anyway,
And you shouldn't have to.
So arriving at 3 p.m. local on the Wednesday and leaving at 8 a.m. on the Sunday. Is
that's
that?
the day it starts. So you'll miss out the starting part.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
gonna-
I'll be there on
Do you
Tuesday
care about that,
and leave
Matt?
Sunday night.
Well,
I
apparently,
mean, assuming you get in, right? Yeah, you're coming into DFW. I'm assuming, yeah, because you can't come in anywhere else. Yeah, it's about a 45-minute, half-hour, 45-minute drive from that airport.
Okay.
But if it's the middle of the day, it probably won't be that bad.
Maybe I'll come in on a Tuesday.
If you can. Then we could go out to dinner on Tuesday night.
Sounds good.
Ooh, go to the Hard 8.
Scott's not thrilled with the hard eight.
I like the hard 8. I'm fine with the hard 8. I like the hard eight.
Get way too much brisket, and then wish you
Way too much food that you can't even think about it. And then by the time you sit down, you're like, I'm full already because of the smoke. Like I feel like you get your appetite sated by just being in the line with all that smoke. Oh no, but we're not. Wait, their hard 8 is not there anymore. We'll be we're not at the airport anymore, Lance. Remember, downtown.
Oh shit!
We'd have to go to Lockhart. That's
$500
good
bucks.
barbecue.
I've heard of that one. Yeah. Never had it.
I was in Texas this summer. Where did I go that was a popular place? The Salt Lick.
That's a popular place. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it was
famous.
good. I mean, it's fine. I ate barbecue
No
like 3 times in
Franklin's, but,
Texas.
you know.
It'll taste the same.
What? How dare you?
It all
These
tastes the
fighting
same.
words, Kansas City. Mr. Kansas City.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just
Kansas
trying
City
to he's just trying to get her goat. He's just trying to.
I believe me, I'm not a barbecue fan. I tolerate barbecue. I'm not like, oh,
It's fine. It's fine. I mean,
fine.
smoked meat tastes like smoked meat. Like, yes, there is very good smoked meat, but then there's also bad. But like most places that have stayed in business long enough are like all in that same category of, yeah, it's good. It's good barbecue is good barbecue.
I went to a place, Franklin. Are you heard of Franklin's?
Yeah, I know Franklin's.
So there's a new restaurant called Loro in Dallas, created by Franklin. Asian fusion, but you can get brisket. It's fucking awesome. I'm like, I'd never had his brisket before, and it's like, holy shit, night and day. Like,
because you don't want to wait in the like what doesn't Franklin's get like the 3-hour?
Oh yeah,
lines?
they have like you have to get in their line hours ahead of time. But this is just a restaurant we walked up to in Dallas. It's not in that's in Austin, by the way, which is 4 hours away, 5 hours away.
That's where I was. I went to Austin and San Antonio this summer.
Yeah. But the Franklin's brisket was at Loro. I think it's called Loro. And it was like an Asian fusion type place, but you could get the brisket. Oof. So good. Holy shit.
So that's like the cheat code, right? When people come to Texas, you're like, Franklin's is great, but you can just go to this other place and
you
get
just
the
go to
same
Loro
thing.
and get a bunch of other stuff that's not barbecue, but you can get the barbecue as well. Yeah. Only on certain hours. I think after it's like a late afternoon type thing only.
That would make sense.
It's good stuff, man. Can't wait to go back, actually.
Michelle won't let you out. So you get bacon.
Oh, Michelle wants to go all the time. I'm trying to lose weight, my friends, as you well know.
Yeah.
Going out to eat and losing weight are not equivalent.
Nah, they're not.
As far as Texas food goes,
You gotta treat yourself
barbecue's
once in a
fine.
while,
But man,
don't
breakfast
worry.
tacos.
I'm keeping myself
Scott.
breakfast tacos. Yeah,
I probably ate at like 7 different breakfast tacos.
there's so
spots when
many
I was in
taco
Texas.
places in Dallas too. Oof.
Oh,
Did I tell you guys about the place I tried last week that was down the street?
I don't know if I trust you, Scott. You go to Taco Bell. I mean,
Well, sometimes there's
a time and a place for Taco Bell.
not when you live in
need
Texas.
You need to hit a Taco Bell just to like get,
We hit Taco Bell on the way to Gen Con on the road.
What's wrong with Taco Bell?
but Taco Bell is not craving Mexican food. Taco Bell is craving
no.
Taco Bell, which is a different
exactly.
thing.
It's not Mexican.
It's
I
like
didn't grow up
sometimes
on it, so it's foreign to me.
like
So there's this.
sometimes you want like good New York City pizza, and sometimes you want shitty frozen pizza. Like it's a different craving.
Have you seen that guy that reviews all the pizza places in New York?
Oh yeah, I heard, what's his name?
Portnoy.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, he's got a pretty big follow too. Like he
does. He does.
make or
And
break
he
a
reviews all
restaurant.
these places with like celebrities too.
Yeah.
He's done 600 of them.
Wow,
So
there's that
I
many in New
searched-
York? 600.
Michelle was out of town last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, and I was searching for tacos because she won't. We don't really want to take a chance by ordering dinner and not getting something good, because like if you order, it's like you're stuck, right?
Yeah.
So I went and searched tacos on DoorDash, and there's this place 2 miles down the road from me, and I ordered it, and I ordered like 5 or 6 different, and then of course I posted a picture on Facebook with all these tacos. Like,
Yeah, I saw that.
the wrong order. I think was my order and someone else's order. So I got like 20 taco, or not 20, like maybe 15 tacos. Like, oh my God, what am I gonna do with this? Holy shit, that place is legit. 2 miles away from my house. It's like the shit. It's true Mexico. It's Mexican street tacos. Pastor, Al Pastor taco. And oh my God, I want it right now. Talking about it.
Okay, last question.
The menu was in Spanish, so I had to do a little
Googling.
Googling.
Yeah.
Like What is blah blah blah? Like I've never heard of that before. Oh, this was avocado.
So do I leave Ottawa at 6 a.m. to get there at 11 a.m. or do I leave at 9 to
Are
get
you
there
going
at 6
Tuesday?
p.m.? Yeah.
9. No,
You drive down and pick up Lance on your
6.
way.
You arrive at 6.
I can either arrive in Dallas at 11 a.m. or 3 p.m.
3 p.m. is fine. If you don't want to get up early, it's up to you.
I don't care. I'll take a nap. at the
Lance, what
hotel.
time are you coming in? Because Wednesday, here's the thing. I don't get to
I
the
think
hotel till at
I
least
think my
3.
daughter and I we leave Tuesday at like 6 or 7 a.m. I don't know. I have to look at my plane tickets.
All right, I'll get there at 11.
Then we leave. Then we leave.
There'll be something to
Sunday
do.
night at
There'll-
like
there'll-
7 or something.
Matt, there's always something to do there. So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be. There's always gaming going on.
I can take a trip to Allen and go see my friend Ryan.
Allen is about an hour north
Was it that far? Oh, okay.
of Dallas, downtown.
Then I'll have Ryan come meet me.
Might be a better plan.
I have to give him his poutine gravy anyways.
Poutine.
Poutine gravy.
It's a powder mix from this fromagerie close to here. They sell poutine gravy.
Nice.
I can bring you some if you want.
Maybe. Do I want it?
You make fries at home?
No, we don't make it.
And you're going on a diet soon too, so I'm not gonna even
Yeah,
tempt
right.
you
Don't
with
tempt
that.
me. Don't tempt me.
Okay.
It's not
It's
a
a
diet.
jar
it's
of
it's lifestyle
dehydrated
change. It's a
gravy.
lifestyle change, Matt. It's not a diet.
It's
So,
vegan
like, hey,
too.
Scott, Scott, I know you're trying to lose weight. Here's like a jar of dehydrated gravy.
Yeah.
I mean,
man.
we'd try it. I would try
And
it.
salt.
It's so bad
The
right
salt
now.
is the rough part. Yeah, try
Ju-
to keep
just-
track of my salts. It's crazy.
Be like, just snort
Sugars
it off
too,
a
man.
meter in a line.
We have the shared office space that I'm renting an office at right now. Literally, I can walk for 2 minutes and get to a chip truck. And I'm not kidding. Yesterday, I found myself waiting in line at the chip truck. I'm like, "What are you doing? Go back to the office. You don't need this." So I turned around and went back before even ordering
You call them chips in Canada?
chips. Yeah, well, chip truck, fry truck.
truck.
Yeah, chip truck.
Not fries.
Well, yeah, we call them I call them fries at McDonald's and stuff like that. But
Oh, okay.
I
I just want that's like a British thing. Chips.
you know what?
Yeah, fish
I
and
would
chips.
go to a chip truck to order a fry. So figure that one out.
Chippery. Did you call it chippery?
No,
Okay.
no. We had a chip truck at our wedding.
Oh,
Did you?
We had 4
That's cool.
bars at our wedding. They were all themed bars, and one of them was a maritime pub and we had the chip truck making us fish and chips that everybody got a little
That's
thing of.
cool.
nice.
It was
A
fun.
friend of the family got
We had
married,
paninis.
and he brought an ice cream truck at the end of
Oh, nice.
the thing.
Did they play the little music?
Yeah, they actually did in the flash and light and all that. He had like porta potties. It was a pretty cool setup. Like nice porta potties set up for the guests. There was a couple hundred people there. Big tents.
Yeah.
It's a nice
Well,
thing. It's
good
actually where
times.
we got married. Me and Jen, same land. Oh, Scott, Jen wanted to know what week are you going on the cruise?
The July 4th weekend one.
The 4th weekend. Okay.
The 4th. I think it's the second weekend. The second week.
I'll tell her.
You guys coming?
We're seriously considering it, yeah. We gotta look into a few things, but yeah, we're seriously considering it. Do we need a passport for that, or is that all American?
I don't think you need a passport for a cruise, period.
Some you do,
I-
yeah. I
I
know
mean,
that.
you
yeah.
sort of do.
Like
Well,
when I went
guess
to
maybe-
Mexico, I
I
couldn't.
don't think they do any more of the driver's license stuff. I think you pretty much have to have a passport.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I know for Canada, US.
When I went to
It's,
Mexico, I could use my driver's license, but I
You're
couldn't
technically-
leave Cozumel. I
You
couldn't go to
technically
the
are going
mainland.
to Canada because Victoria is one of the stops.
Okay, I'll have to get a passport then.
Yeah.
That's something we even mean to do. It's
You
just
should get a
happen.
passport. It just makes it easier if I think there's probably other ways to do it, but you probably want a passport.
It's funny if we go to Hart Island, which is in the Thousand Islands, you get off and there's this castle there that a guy built for his wife, and you have to give your passport when you get off the thing, but it's like literally just this tiny little island.
What is it in America?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
because the Thousand Islands kind of split the border.
Yeah.
They may can you get dressings there? Thousand Island dressing?
Oh, I don't know.
Matt, Matt. The Canadian dollar is called a loonie.
The coin is.
Oh,
The coin,
there's
rather.
there's
Where did that come from?
there's a loony and
There's
a
a loon
toonie.
on the
bird.
coin.
It's a bird.
Oh, is it? I've
Yeah.
never seen Canadian.
Do you know the loon sound?
Yeah.
It's great.
No,
I
that's
love it.
peacock. Yeah,
It's like a
you should, yeah, you should come to my lake cabin, man. You hit loons all night long, just
Yeah.
sitting there.
And the toonie, the $2 coin, it's called the
The
toonie, but
toonie.
it has a polar bear on it.
Yeah.
Figure that one out.
I don't think I've ever seen Canadian coins. I've seen like the dollars. Or the money.
The loon is the Minnesota state bird.
Sends you full.
We've had
Is
dollar.
Canadian-
Yeah, we've had
Are
dollar
Canadian
coins.
bills different sizes?
No, they're Australian ones are.
They are electrified colors though.
And that's
Yeah.
all
Okay.
plastic.
They're polymer.
I know
Oh, they're
I know
plastic
in Europe,
now?
It's
all
plastic,
the,
right?
Yeah.
in Europe, all the euros are different sizes, which
Yeah.
is just drives me nuts.
Yeah, no, it's Canadian money's all the same. We have last time I checked, anyways, we had the largest transparent window in our money.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why that's there's a really cool thing though. When you hold a note up to, there's a little thing called the dough feature where there's a little maple leaf window on it, and you put your eye up to the bill, and if you look at a point light source through your little window, it has around the point light source, you see the denomination, like $20 $20 or $50 or whatever. It's cool.
Are they smooth? The
Yeah,
bills?
they're smooth and they have the braille dots on them.
Oh, they do have braille. That's what I was wondering, how do blind people
Oh, yeah.
know the difference?
Yep.
Sight impaired.
I used to work at the Bank of Canada. So.
I'm sorry, Scott. Jesus Christ.
Matt, who gets to do the graphic design on money? How do you get to be the guy that does graphic design on money?
On money, I don't know, but I think I might even still have a layered $20 note on my computer.
Really?
I used to work at the Bank of
Yeah,
Oh,
let's say that
damn
live.
No, I don't. But for a while, like because we would work on. So the Bank of Canada is the central bank. It's not like a consumer bank or whatever. It's like the Fed for you guys, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
So we set the interest rate, we set all that stuff, and when all the new polymer notes were coming out, we'd have to work on them and not on the notes
Treasury.
themselves, but use them in like doing promotional material and stuff. So we had to all the layered notes and everything. And so there's like so many layers to them. There's the intaglio or intaglio, which is like the raised printing. And then there's the foil, and then there's the all the different things. It's pretty fascinating. There's in my building or on my floor even, there was this team that was just basically scientists figuring out how to do all these security measures and testing and for inks and all this stuff. It was really cool. We had a lab where you could they basically tried to, the person who worked in that lab, their job was to try and create fake notes. The lab was filled with, there was a proofing press in there was a laser cutter, a whole bunch of different tools that they could use to try, that these counterfeiters to try and create these counterfeit notes.
Cool.
It was neat.
Yeah, I went to the Philly Mint once, and I seen them at the time they were making the plate. They were actually hand carving the plates for the ink. But I thought that was pretty cool.
The guy that makes the Canadian ones, I think he's Mexican, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like this amazing artist. Oh my God, the stuff he does. It's just incredible.
I feel like getting to do money is like the height of like being like in the art profession. Like if you get asked to do money, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It depends. I mean, like
Maybe.
our mint is kind of, so my mom worked at the mint actually, which is kind of funny, but our mint is doing just so many of these commemorative fucking coins that they're churning so many of them out. So working on a coin, I bet you I couldn't swing a cat without hitting somebody that worked on a coin.
Okay.
You remember them States coins? Everybody thought they were going to be big collector items.
Well, I mean, they weren't worth anything, but people got them to.
Yeah, because there's millions of them out there.
You guys have a ton of dollar coins still too that haven't been circulated.
Oh yeah.
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 We're waiting till we take away the penny to put those out.
They keep saying it, but the reason why, do some research into that. The reason why the penny keeps being made at a loss, mind you, is lobbies. Like the zinc lobby is like basically, oh no, we got to keep making it because the zinc.
There's a zinc lobby.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lobby for everything.
No
Scott.
way.
Big zinc, baby.
What?
Because the
There'd be
pennies
copper,
are mostly made out of
zinc,
zinc. Yeah, I
wood,
mean
you
it's just
name it.
like
Oh, there's no copper in the pennies anymore.
yeah, it's all.
Yeah.
Did I ever show you the penny mosaic I made?
No.
Hold on.
I gotta go home, guys. I'll see you.
Okay,
Adios.
There, Joe.
See you, Joe.
take it easy.
See you, everybody.
Oh wow, it's a big
1
one.
cent.
So this was
Look at
to
this.
commemorate.
2
like-
meter high. It says that's 6 feet.
Yeah, it was 7 feet by 7 feet, I think.
Wow.
16,500 pennies in it.
How long did that take?
Wow.
140 hours.
You by yourself, or
Mostly, yeah.
people? Wow.
One of my colleagues tried to help once. She made so many mistakes that I'm like, yeah, you're fired. So
Oh,
it was pretty much just me. All the light colored ones were brand new pennies from the Winnipeg Mint.
oh wow.
So they're pink. I still have a roll upstairs.
Oh, geez.
They're
And
pink.
they're pink. Yeah.
Huh.
Like the untarnished copper is pink. And or copper zinc, I guess it is. It's an alloy. So this was to commemorate. See this little speck in the middle right here?
Yeah.
There's no penny there, but at the time we took the photo because this was to commemorate the minting of the last penny, and we ran a grade 6 essay contest in Ottawa, and whoever the winner of that essay contest got to put the last penny in the mural.
Wow. Neat. That's
was
cool.
fun.
Cool thing.
How'd you do that, man? On the ground?
On a table.
On the table? Yeah.
Yeah, in the workshop downstairs, and we ran a penny like the United Way. We did a campaign for the United Way where you could drop off your pennies, and basically we bought, the museum where I worked bought all the pennies from the United Way Fund, or our internal people that collected it all, so that I could get pennies to make this thing. And I had to get dark enough ones, so I would literally sit at this table with a penny exemplar of the darkness that I wanted, and then I'd put a pile in front of me from the bucket that I had beside me, and then sort them. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, and it never failed. At least once or twice a day, I chucked both the penny that I was sorting and the exemplar. I'm like, shit, I got to find another one. Pull it out of the bucket. It was a lot of fun though. I did the whole thing. There's a program online you could use to do these photo mosaics, like the Truman Show poster.
Yep.
And I just did that for this thing. I had a black and white illustration of a Canadian penny, and it said, I just basically did white and black circles to tell me which ones to do light, and it basically spit out this Excel spreadsheet of row by row by row by row. It was fun.
Did you have paper on the background, or did you have it was plywood.
Did you do epoxy, or
did you project it onto the plywood or something, or did it?
Oh no, I had my spreadsheet with me, so it would say like 12 dark followed by 6 light followed by 12.
Oh my god, kill me now.
Oh yeah, that's why it took 140 hours.
Yeah, you gotta be organized with something like
I'd
that.
be like,
Scott.
nope. I would not. I would last like 1 minute.
And then
shoot from the hip thing. You know.
And then
How do
recently,
you know what row you're on?
I'd cross it off when I'm done.
Mhm.
And then
Okay, fair
recently,
enough.
I was like, we're moving into a new office. I want to do something fun. People are doing these dice mosaics with D6s. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. I wonder how much it would cost to do like a mosaic this size. Yeah, a lot of money.
I like how you say that's gonna be fun. This will be fun.
It would be. Mind you, it would be less fun. It would probably be more painstaking because you have to go, okay, what's this one? It's a 4. Okay, 4. So that's a little more.
You'd have to find it on
Involved.
the die.
Yeah.
Did you have heads or tails? Like, did you have to?
Oh, I didn't care. It was just
You didn't care if it was head or tails on the.
there are more than a couple American pennies in there too.
Oh, you son
It's wrecked.
Yeah.
Ruined it.
It's not pure.
It's
of
not pure
Tainted.
Canadian. It's tainted with
Tainted.
American coinage.
like most of our histories.
There's probably some other. I think there's some other ones too, like that are not North American. But it was fun.
Well, sometimes we would get Canadian pennies in our change. That's what, like Kabuki Kids said.
Yeah, I
You're
remember.
like, I got a new Canadian penny with a little leaf on it.
I seen a nickel, I think, when I was younger. But
With the beaver.
yeah, but I don't remember like a penny or a 2 cent. Like you said.
Penny's got a maple leaf. And
Yeah.
beaver. And then the blue nose is on the dime. Tall ship.
You put animals on your money, not people.
We put people on the obverse
paper.
side.
Oh, okay. What do the coins have? They have faces on them?
They all have the queen.
Oh, the queen. Sure.
And then well, some I bet you a lot of the pennies in this thing had like King Edward and stuff like that.
Do any of them have like prime ministers, or is it all just the royalty?
Was it Queen Victoria, or is it Queen Elizabeth?
Well, the newer one's Elizabeth.
Okay.
Some of them had Victoria, depending on how old they were, I guess. Our new $10 note has Viola Davis. Not Viola Davis. What's her name? Viola.
Couldn't tell
She's
you.
an actress,
It's your
Viola Davis.
story.
Who's the? She's like the Canadian Rosa Parks.
Oh, okay.
Viola Desmond. And it's a vertical note.
Oh,
It's not a
okay.
horizontal one.
Why is that? Is it just for aesthetics, or what was the reason?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Just to make it more special or something.
I guess. Yeah.
Just to make it more. Yeah, fine. It's more special.
Yeah.
No, I was just curious.
They did a campaign to see who was noteworthy.
Oh, that's kind of cool that they did that.
Yeah. This is kind of when I was leaving the bank.
I'm curious how. Do you guys know how art money is? Like who selects who's dictated on our money? Like I know that there's the one coin with Sacagawea. Do we know how that got elected, or?
Elected?
Yeah, like how did they elect to do Sacagawea instead of like Rosa Parks or somebody else? You know.
I mean, I don't know. It was probably something you do at the mint, and
Yeah.
Sacagawea coin was issued from 2000 to 2008. It was the first dollar made with an outer layer of manganese brass, giving it a golden color.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know why. How did that happen? I'm sure it was some.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Yeah, it's probably like a selection group in the feds there somewhere or something.
I'm not sure.
No, it's pretty cool that they had.
My mom has rolls and
Thanks.
rolls. So when my mom died, I went to her house to get all her stuff, and there was rolls and rolls of Sacagawea coins that they stashed apparently in their under their bed. I'm like thinking, wow, these are gonna be worth something someday. Like $1. They're still worth $1.
It's still worth $1.
I feel horrible. We had an arcade right behind my house, and my mom had this Crown Royal bag with like silver coins in it.
And you
And I
took
would
them
go
over
spend the
there.
quarters at the arcade.
It was legislated, Barry.
Was it?
Minnesota Senator Rod Grams introduced legislation in the Senate for a new dollar coin.
That makes sense. Minnesota.
So when I worked at this gas station, there was this kid who came in all the time, and he would buy candy with Kennedy half dollars, Kennedy silver dollars, $2 bills, like $5 silver certificates, things like that. And you just knew he like found his grandpa's secret stash and was just taking the money out of the coffee can and bringing it over there to buy Snickers bars.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, you're a horrible child.
Why?
Don't steal from your grandpa.
He probably doesn't even realize he's stealing. I went through that with. I used to work at a hoagie shop, and we hired a kid. It was his first job, so he grabbed a soda and drank it. And walked out. I'm like, you realize that's stealing. You're not with your parents. It's not giving to you. Yeah. It just didn't click in his head. Yeah. Let's talk to the Jen about that. Like they hire a lot of teens and all that now, and it's the same thing with them.
And you turned him in and had him.
Nah, he
beaten.
just you know, they don't realize. They just say, "Yo, it's wrong." Yeah. You don't
Yeah.
remember your first job?
My first job was working at Burger Time, baby. Making fries and
Time?
burgers.
Burger Time?
Burger Time, baby.
E. coli throughout.
Like the video game?
It was just called. No, I was. I
No,
don't know
no,
if it
no,
was
no, no, no,
before.
no, no, no. Yeah. Did you throw pepper in people's faces?
No, I did not.
Did you have an egg come around and
Yeah, the egg would always be chasing
knock
me
you out?
down. I need to like throw the pepper on him and then complete the bun, and then he'd fall to his death. But he just kept on
hate
coming
when that
back,
happens.
man. Yeah, it was pretty traumatic. Actually.
I was a bag boy,
Bag.
a stock boy. I
Yeah.
still remember my biggest stock boy mistake. I slashed open a box with a razor knife, and it was filled with ammonia, and it dumped all over the floor. And I thought I was going to pass out from the fumes of ammonia.
Yeah, that's harsh.
I'm like, never going to cut a cardboard box on the side again with a knife.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah,
I learned that
first.
lesson once.
That was my first job. I worked at a small supermarket in Fairmont, Kleins, stocking shelves and helping the cashiers and stuff like that. The meat room.
Were you in charge of the ammonia?
No, yeah, well, I stocked the shelves on it. I didn't cut the sides of it like Scott did. I did it
Gallons
with
of them, yeah.
popcorn. I did it with the popcorn came in a box and I slid it.
And it cut the popcorn
I
bags.
cut a couple bags of popcorn. I got lucky. It wasn't a chemical.
That was not a fun day.
You know, was it not fun when you spill 55 gallons of oil? You hit the track wrong with the dolly. Filled the whole
That
thing.
happened a
over.
lot for you. You spill a lot of 50.
It happened once. I learned quickly, but other people, it did happen a few times. It's just you hit the track wrong and the wheels get caught. And over it goes.
Is that before or after you got
She
hit
get
by the
Kabuki Kid on this show because she's on all the time and talking.
She's
train?
everywhere.
She's a bot. We've been over this.
I'm believing she is.
She's an AI.
She's an AI.
She's
highly
working on her
advanced
picture now that
AI.
the art program's getting better.
Oh yeah, maybe she's like a Max Headroom type of thing going on.
Does she work in the industry?
I don't believe so.
Mm-mm.
Does she have to?
No, I was just curious.
Just a fan.
I've always been curious about who
She is the Uber fan. She's
the
on.
Uber fan.
She's everywhere.
She's
She's
everywhere.
the people
She's
who
everywhere
like standing
and
tables.
anywhere and
like-
everywhere.
Yeah.
She contains multitudes.
She's the voice of the people.
Is the
Okay, so somebody, I saw somebody post that they're at what's the con on right now? PAX, Dragon Con.
Dragon.
Atlanta?
And
we don't mention PAX.
they
What's wrong with Pat?
they showed their hotel room, and literally they had a suite, and their the countertop was just rows of bottles of booze and cases of wine.
You know what this
underneath.
room needs is more booze.
Yeah, it was
Just
bonkers.
DragonCon's a fun con.
These days I have 2 drinks and I'm hungover the next day.
Really?
Call yourself Canadian.
Canadian.
Canadian
So-
Club.
So drink with my neighbors last night.
Um,
Oh, fun games till the guns came out.
what now?
I was out with my neighbors last night. One of them's a cop, and the other one's just a gun freak. So they were comparing guns.
That's weird.
Interesting night. It's
Did you get Grant to come to say why he hasn't come on lately?
Oh, he's big time. You
Big
know how
time.
it is.
he's a busy man.
You get
All that
your
TikTok money?
You get all that TikTok money.
TikTok ain't on.
Yeah, you're
Oh.
just he's big time now. It's
Big
fine.
time.
You know,
Lance isn't
I'm
bitter.
I'm just
You
the
can't
person that I just propel people to, you know, the higher level. You know, just it's fine.
They get all their swords and you get no sword.
Those
Yeah,
swords,
I just
They all get those
people-
swords.
I
everybody
get
gets a
people
sword
to
but
sword level.
Lance.
You know, I mean, it's fine. It's fine, as they say. It's just fine. You know, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Have you guys watched Blackbird yet on Apple TV?
Are we
I
supposed to?
didn't. No, I was going to. I didn't start it yet.
Yes, it's very good. You need to watch that.
I was waiting for Jen.
Did you watch the second episode of House of the Dragon?
Yes.
I have not yet.
I'm a little let down by it. I felt like it was a
Yeah,
lot. It was after a good first episode. The second episode is kind of like, huh, what?
It's
What's
a
going
little
on?
Yeah.
A little slow.
Yeah.
But I know what they're doing. I mean, they're building it up, right? They
Yeah,
build the
yeah.
characters, but the characters don't really have a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
I mean, it was
Scott.
sort of weird with this. I don't really know if I shouldn't really say anything. I don't wanna spoil it.
No,
It's not
you
really a
shouldn't.
spoiler, but it's just like this weird 12-year-old girl to be married to the king. Like,
Yeah.
well, it's weird.
Hey, that's what happens back then. You know,
Back then, yeah.
you
But
didn't
it's
live.
a
You didn't
fictional
live. You didn't live
universe.
to see 25. So
But
you
It's
it
a
was-
know.
fictional universe, Lance. It could
But it was
be
based
didn't
on
have to have the-
England.
these
Yeah.
young girls being put on the king's.
It's based on English history, so it's that's
I
how it
know,
was
but
back in the
It's just
day.
weird. It's just an odd scene to
Uh,
have a young girl like that on screen.
Jed's enjoying She-Hulk. We've been watching that. We actually thought the
She-Hulk's
new
fun. Yeah, She-Hulk's still fun. It's too short. I feel like it's
Yeah,
short.
they're only like 25
Like,
minutes, right?
It's under like 20, 25 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
done. That's good though. I'd rather want more than have too much because there's, all those Daredevil movies were so long.
Yeah.
The Defenders, or what are they called?
Yeah, the Defenders.
Yeah. I mean, I like the stories, but they were long.
Yeah. I saw something. What
You're
was
so
it?
angry.
Not angry.
It's
just
just
hard
gotta
to
be
be-
perfect for you, or else.
It has to be perfect, Lance. I demand perfection in my media.
It demands
For me to
perfection,
spend
don't
time to use to consume it.
it?
If you're gonna take the time to watch the show, it needs to. Yeah, I agree. It's tough. You have to put up with substandard. That's the thing, that there's so much new stuff.
I don't have
coming out.
tolerance for anything substandard.
Well, no, and I agree, because it's weird, because it's like the more stuff that comes out, as far as like this stuff just keeps coming out, all these TV shows, all the streaming stuff, like we were talking earlier today about, like, on the show, we were like, well, at least in the chat, they were talking about, hey, you got to make sure everybody's supposed to watch Sandman before the end of the month or whatever, because that's
Well, they want to get it renewed.
yeah, whatever. And so they're,
Yeah.
just all the stuff, whatever. And I thought Sandman was good, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think in a lot of ways, there's, unless they completely and totally took a dump on it, there was almost no chance that the people that were fans of the comics weren't going to, like, just be all losing their mind over it, right? So but there's so much stuff, right? There's new TV shows, and here's the crazy thing about it is, like, I used to feel like it's like, oh, hey, it's Netflix, and here's our new drama show, here's our new comedy show, here's our new movie, here's our new this, that, and the other thing, right? There's all this stuff, right, that's just being done. But now it's like you go on to these other, like, you go into like Paramount or Peacock or Hulu or whatever, and it's like, hey, here's our new reality TV show. It's like, it's weird. It's like I always thought like reality TV shows were like normal TV, if that makes sense, right? And I've got a grievance, actually. Yeah,
Not
just
sure I'm
like,
following what you're saying.
Yeah,
well, what I'm saying is that, like, here's a new reality TV show that's like, oh, it's like this new, so you just got married, or here's the new reality TV show of, like, whether the Great British Baking Show or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like those shows are being made directly for Netflix or for a streaming service. They aren't like being made and they were like shown on normal TV, and then
Yeah.
they're getting the
What's
rights
normal
to it.
TV?
No, the Great Bacon Show
Broadcast
was.
TV.
It was
Well, that
for
was,
British
but
broadcast.
but
My
there's-
opinion, broadcast TV is
But
dead.
Netflix has,
Pretty much, I
reality TV shows, like reality
Yeah,
game
sure.
shows.
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
like,
they've been
that are
doing
just
them
being
for years,
made
though.
for streaming. Which is, I don't know. I think it's weird. I always thought that, like,
They're
is
cheap
it
to
a
make.
wrong- I
That's
mean,
why they make
maybe
them.
I had this mentality that, like, if Netflix or Hulu or whatever the streaming service is, like, making content, excuse me, the content that they would be making would be like not that type of garbage, I guess, for lack of a better thing to say. I mean, it's because it isn't TV that I like, so it's got to be garbage, right? I don't know. It's weird. It's like, remember when Netflix was like, oh yeah, we've got all those old shows that you used to watch. You can watch all of Scrubs because it's on here, or you can watch all of Psych, or you can watch all of Star Trek, or you can watch. Now it's like brand new content, and like, you just don't have a chance to watch it all. No chance at all, because and there's like new series and new shows, like freaking. Sylvester Stallone's got a brand new movie about superheroes on Amazon Prime that, like, I mean, from what I understand, is average at best, but it's like, it looks interesting enough, like maybe I'll turn it on and watch it sometime. But I mean, 5 years ago, if it was Sylvester Stallone brand new action movie, coming to you on streaming only, people would lose their mind. They're like, holy shit, are you kidding me? Now it's like, you barely even knew it came out. There was no hubbub about it. There was no excitement. It's just, there it is.
Yeah.
I have started the third season of Lock and Key
Yeah.
probably 5 times and stopped it midway through an episode.
Only
Because
I know it's not.
I am so, for some reason, I'm so annoyed at when there's a plot twist that happens. I'm like, oh, I gotta stop watching this. It's just all the plot devices they're employing. I'm just like, are aggravating me.
Yeah.
And it's not just that show. It's any show. So I'm back to watching Law and Order right now. Actually, old seasons of Law and Order, because I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. And it's something where it's like when you find a show that's like really good, like episode in, episode out, and you're just like, yes, this is good. Like Strange New Worlds for Star Trek. You like start watching that, and you're
Yeah.
like, this is really good. They didn't screw this up. This is amazing. You're waiting for them to find out that it's horrible. And it's like, and you're waiting to like see if it, then no, I mean, it's like there's so much of it that just isn't any good. It's just like, I don't want to watch it. I mean, like it's just rare, right? It's rare that you find something that's actually, as Scott said, I demand perfection from my streaming. Yes, if I'm going to give you 12 episodes, an hour each, I'm going to give you 12 hours of my life. You goddamn better well do a good job, because I don't want to. I mean, like I was so disappointed in Discovery season 3, Star Trek Discovery season 3. I thought season 1, I was like, okay, you're setting it up pretty well. Season 2, I was like, wow, that was really cool. And I was like, I really hope they do something with that Christopher Pike character. And then they did. Then I was like, season 3, I was like, it was a slog to get through it. I was just like, and I hate to say it. I mean, even though I enjoyed watching the last season of Stranger Things, it was still just kind of like a, it didn't have payoffs like I wanted, I didn't feel like there's a lot of stuff that it didn't feel earned, or it didn't feel like the monumental payoff like I expected to get, like from reuniting of some of the characters who haven't seen each other in a long time in the show and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's like it's like that old song, 57 channels and nothing's on, or the old song. There's like, there's like literally you have the world at your fingertips, and I'm watching old Psych episodes because it's like
Psych still?
Yes, because
wow,
it's just,
you must really love that show.
No, because it's just good. It's just it's honest. I mean, that and like watching old episodes of Boston Legal,
Denny Crane.
watching I haven't watched Scrubs in a while, but I mean, like rewatching the first season of True Detective, just one of the best seasons of any TV show ever.
Yeah, that was good.
And it's just
what show?
True Detective.
True Detective.
True
Never
Detective.
saw
The
it.
first one.
Oh,
It's okay.
You've never watched the first season of True Detective?
I never watched any of it.
It's okay.
I mean, no, just don't bother with. I mean, the third season's okay. Second season is kind of a total mess.
Yeah.
But the first season of True Detective, it might be just like it's. I mean, don't listen to Aldi. It is one.
No, it's good. I think it's good. I don't think it's like, oh my god, amazing, but it's
no, it
it's,
is. It's so good. It's
it's not
perfect.
that good.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
No, but okay.
Yeah, no, it's
I liked it.
He liked it. I
um,
watched Jen had Modern Problems on today. That old Chevy Chase movie.
that was garbage.
I never see that before.
With the nosebleed?
Yeah. I caught
Yeah.
like the last end of it. But I was watching, I was like, man, Ryan Reynolds does imitate him, I guess. They have a lot of the
Does,
same
yeah.
characteristics.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't turn out like a jerk like Chevy Chase. Yeah. But yeah, it was like they could be father and son almost. Yeah.
Did you guys watch any of that Welcome to Wrexham?
What is that?
What was that one?
Ryan Reynolds and
Oh, the
some
soccer
dude.
club.
Yeah, it's a docu-series. They bought a
what?
soccer
Rex. Oh, Wrexham.
Wrexham, yeah.
Wrexham.
No, I haven't seen that.
WREXHAM.
No, I need to watch it. Docu-series chronicling the purchase and stewardship of Wrexham AFC and their professional football's oldest clubs by two Hollywood actors, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney.
That's him.
That's the guy from Sunny, Always Sunny.
Oh, is that who it is?
Yeah, that's,
I think
yeah.
so.
I knew he looked familiar. I couldn't
Ackling.
place on the. Yeah, I think that is him.
It's asking me to select a seat. And if I want a standard seat, it costs me $18. If I want a preferred seat, it costs me $33. Why does it cost anything to select a fucking seat?
Well, you get, or you're going to be in the middle row.
There's only 2 rows per side.
Oh,
It's a tiny little
a
plane.
double, a 2-on-2.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
What
go
airline?
next flight. I'm gonna let them assign it to me. I don't care.
What airline?
Air Canada.
So if you don't care what seat you're in,
I don't care.
I like to know what seat I'm in.
The
Yeah, I
only
think
way
I
I
would too.
have long legs, so I
Yeah.
would prefer but I'm not gonna pay $60 each way
To pick a seat.
to pick a fucking seat.
Wow.
Yeah, it gets garbage.
Who? What airline is that?
Is that a
Air
is it a direct
Canada.
flight? Is it direct?
No, there is no direct flight to it's Ottawa, Toronto, Dallas.
Oh,
Mm.
I forgot you don't go out of Toronto.
They're tiny planes, all 4 of them. Oh no, sorry. I got a what do I have? What is this thing? Doesn't tell me what kind of plane it is. It's an Airbus A220. I got 2 on one side and three seats on the other.
Mhm.
Nah, fuck it. I'll let them just.
You'll be
Choose
sitting in the middle.
I don't care.
You don't care. You're a skinny guy.
They're not that long of flights. If
Us
it was like,
larger folk don't like sitting in the middle because you can't. You have to do one of these things to like not touch
Yeah.
anybody.
I just cross my arms like this, put my head down and fall asleep. I'm out. See you
And
I
later.
you
wish I could fall asleep.
You got a pillow under your chin, so
No.
your head doesn't
No, I
tilt
just-
down so much.
Mhm.
I'm out. See you later.
Lucky you.
Yeah, no, and I tell the person next to me, I say, if you gotta get up and go to the bathroom, just shake me awake. And no big deal. Don't be, I don't wanna. I
Don't
want
be
them to
shy.
like, yeah, don't be shy about it. Just wake me up. I'll get up
Before you
no
go.
complaints. But I'll be asleep before we're even in the air.
That's amazing.
It's just like that's my
You have-
secret
do you
power,
have-
baby.
You don't have sleep apnea, do you?
No. Well, I mean, I might, but I sleep on my stomach. So I mean, so it does
Sleep on your stomach.
Really?
Yeah.
The older I got, the more back issues I have sleeping on my stomach.
Well, I kind of like it's
Yeah,
like
I
it's
haven't
like
been
a
on my stomach in
2/3
years.
side like stomach thing where I just kind of curl up and I just I wedge I have like a super thin pillow that I like, but I fold it over and then I put my head on that and I usually put on like a wrestling podcast or something in my ears because otherwise
A wrestling podcast.
yeah, just I listen to just listening to like a wrestling podcast. There's a few of them that I listen to, and just like because I don't watch enough wrestling, but I like keeping up to date on what's going on, and just like the matches and things like that. And there's a couple of them that are pretty funny. They do like Wrestling with Regret is a really good one. OSW is, I mean, if you don't follow wrestling, you aren't going to care. But if you follow, there's these 3 Irish guys it's called OSW, Old School Wrestling, and they're like genuinely probably 3 of the funniest guys on the planet, and they are just they have a fantastic channel. But yeah, I'll put that on and I'll just because if I don't have anything to listen to, I start thinking. And if I start thinking of all kinds of stuff like what do I got to take care of tomorrow? What do I got to do tomorrow? What do I got to and then an hour has gone by and I've been thinking about everything I got to take care of the next day. Or if I have something I can listen to, it's like 5 minutes, not even out, done.
That's hilarious because for me, all I need to do is start thinking about what I have to do tomorrow, and I'm out.
Really?
Yeah, I used to be like that.
Okay.
I used to actually lay awake and I used to think about my D&D campaigns. Like, how am I going to run that? How am I going to get them to this area? What kind of like things should I have them encounter? And then that would put me out. But no, now I just I think of a really good idea, and then I think, oh, if you don't get up right now and we'll write it down, you're gonna forget about it, and that's a really good idea. And then I get up and I go write something down. And then I'd be like, well, I'm gonna write it down. I might as well stay up and write it out. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just
Yeah, Giselle's the same way. She can't she watches TV and until she falls asleep. If she just starts thinking about stuff, she's up.
Oh, I used to watch TV all the time until I met my wife. She can't have a TV on or a light on or anything in her room. And then
I was
she's
like that at one time, Lance, and
Yeah.
then I switched over because my wife had the TV on. I can fall asleep with the TV on now, but at one time
Michelle
I
will
had
fall
a
asleep.
pitch black.
With a TV blaring at max volume and like the lights are all on.
I couldn't
No
do
problem.
that. I
She's
couldn't.
gone.
Well, it's like I said to people, like you hear people say it's like, you know, it's like 7 o'clock. I said this before, but it's like 7 p.m. and you say, it's like 7 o'clock and you're like, oh, can I get you like a soda or something? Like, oh, if I have any caffeine, I'll be up all night long. I was like, when do you go to bed? Or I go to bed at like 10. So if you have a soda now, 3 hours from now, you won't be able to fall asleep. Yeah, the caffeine will just keep me up. And I'm like, I could be drinking a double gulp. Like,
that's
with the
you.
straw in my
You have
mouth.
no caffeine has no effect on you.
Just none whatsoever.
God, imagine if you didn't drink caffeine, what would you be?
I could be chugging a Red Bull,
Happier.
and I'd be like, just be wide out. As soon as I tell myself it's time to go to bed, I'm out. It's just
I do my sleep test next week.
Oh, for what?
Is it the one at home or is it the one in the hospital?
Did I tell you? No, it's at home. I'm not gonna go to the hospital for that.
home?
I do not want to spend a single minute in the hospital again.
Yeah, I hear you, Scott.
Stop Bang. Have you heard of this thing called Stop Bang?
No.
It's
Oh,
apparently,
not.
I know it's when the
Sounds
doctor
fun.
goes, yeah, you've got the Stop Bang, and I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Because I did a telehealth with a guy, and he
Just
told
say,
me,
"Hey, I
yes,
like
you've got
being
Stop
married."
Bang, and I'm like, are you saying what you think you're saying? STOPBANG? Yeah, that's how you spell it. Like, what is that? Okay, so it's an acronym. S for snoring, T for what is it? I can't remember now. T for tiredness, O for God, what is it?
Oh, I'm reading this.
Now I have to look it up because I can't remember it by heart. I'd never heard of it before.
Neither have I. You don't want to go back in the hospital, Scott? Come on, it'll be fun.
Yeah, not really.
I've done 2 sleep studies.
Observed apnea. Michelle basically thought I was not breathing one night and woke me up. P, high blood pressure. B, body mass index. Yeah, I'm fat.
Yeah.
A, older than 50. Yes. N, neck size larger than a certain amount, 40 centimeters. Okay. Yeah, probably. G, male, gender, male. Yes. 7 of the 8 stop bangs. I don't snore. That's the only one. So anyway, I'm hoping that will change my life. I heard a lot of people that they get apnea solved. It will. I mean, I don't feel tired all the time, but I feel tired more often than I'm not.
Yeah, I can't lie down and watch TV without falling asleep.
Yeah, I have a buddy who he went in and got it and like got the mask and everything like that, and he said it was like
Luke, I am your father.
No, he said like after he like from the very first night that he slept, like he went to bed like normally at 10 and he got up at 7, and like he said it was like a switch had gone off, and like something, he was like, well, this is what it means to feel like you actually slept. Like literally, like he was just like, oh my gosh, like I feel rested. I feel like I have energy. I am not like swigging down a monster first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Ryan Dancy from AEG said the same thing.
Ryan who?
Dancy.
Okay. I don't know him.
Right. I got to skedaddle. I have to get up in 6 hours. 5 and a
Yeah,
half
it's
hours.
almost 12:30. We should probably I don't know, just shut her down. I gotta take kids to school in the morning, man. What's up with this not sleeping in?
Oh,
Crap.
What time do they get up?
Well, I get up at like 7:30, 7:15 because my daughter goes to school.
If I'm downstairs before 11, that's a good day.
Yeah. Well,
I'm with you,
that's the
Scott.
joy
Sleep
of owning
late,
your
man. I
no
sleep
kids
late.
and you own your own business. I mean, so.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, I mean, I guess,
I
feel like
qualify
I-
for that, but
I
I
feel
get
like
up
I
at
put in a full day of
6:30.
work. Up, I'm
Well,
not working like
so my daughter, she has, there's a building called
See ya,
like
Matt.
this old Sam's Club building. The Sam's Club shut down, and the local school district bought it and turned it into what's called the Career Academy. And so people that are taking either like they take art classes, like my daughter has painting first thing in the morning. And so it's like a 5-minute drive from the house. So I actually take her there, and there's buses that take them over to school after her first thing's done. So she has to be there by 8 in the morning. And so I'm like, if I get up around 7:30, I can, she's usually finished eating her breakfast, and I get over there, and my son goes to school at 9. So I come home, eat breakfast, talk with him for a little bit. Get ready for the day. Do my thing. It's so weird. I mean, like my wife went to work today, and like there's nobody else in the house but me. It felt like I was.
spooky.
It was, and then I heard somebody moving around upstairs, and no, it was just my 100-pound dog getting off the couch.
Your
I thought
100-pound
somebody had
dog.
I thought it was somebody had broken into the house and was moving around. So, but
Yeah. Michelle's been working at home since pandemic, but this was her first week back. And yeah, it's weird to not have her in the house.
yeah,
But it's only 2 days a week. So she's here for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
all by myself.
I was like, I don't hear anything. What's going on? Oh, that's right. She's going to work today.
I definitely cranked up my stereo this morning and listened to, Bulls
Cranked
off
up
the
the-
raid! Bulls
Oh.
off the raid!
Wow,
Bow wow, wicka wicka bow wow, dow wow. Come with it now, don't.
All right.
All right,
Have a good
let's
week, guys. Rest of the week.
have a great week.
Yeah.
More grievances, more fun. Yeah,
No grievances.
whatever.
Oh, we launched the geek market thing. To talk
Oh
about.
yeah, congratulations on that.
I should have
Oh,
talked about that a while ago.
shoot, yeah, Snarfson gave me I gotta take care of that. He got back to me.
He gave
like,
you
yeah, it was like 70 euros plus another
600
30
to ship.
euro. No, it was like 30 or 40 euros to ship or something. I gotta go find out what it was. I forgot he confirmed the order. God damn it, I forgot to do that.
you better.
Yeah, I
finish the
better
transaction.
figure out what it was. I've totally forgot about that. Oh, there it is.
The grail has been achieved.
Maybe 39 euros, totally 109 euros.
Are you worth it?
I don't know, Scott. Think about it.
I don't know. I feel like I'm getting suckered here.
I think you are.
I gotta go and message him, let him know that that's okay, and then I gotta get his whatever details.
I'm surprised he didn't put it in the response.
Wait a minute. So this is okay. So how do I? God, this is so. I don't know what's going on here. Geek Market Classic. So what is it? Okay, so this message confirm your order. Sellers confirm the order and agreed to ship these items. 109 euros. Confirmation. The shipping cost is unfortunately quite high. 39 euros. Is your shipping address good? It only lists one name. No, basically I'll need to send him another email or something.
Well, anyway, the geek market has been saved. Is that the right word? Because
Revenge.
we were going to shut it down.
Yeah.
And now we're not. It's going to run, but it's it's a little lesser than it used to be. A little less functional, a little more communicative.
Okay.
But I think that'll help people make more transactions, because like sometimes you like like an order button and checkout, like that's a weird,
Yeah.
I feel like where you can talk back and forth a little bit before, you might even be able to like negotiate the prices. Whereas if you just click the buy button, you are sort of locked in.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right. I just asked him because he didn't give me a PayPal email or anything like that. So I have no idea even how to pay the guy. So
there you go.
I just sent him an email that said, please tell me how to give you money.
Cool.
So
Cool,
Scott, how
yeah.
did that work with the old marketing? Was everybody there automatically shift over to the new one,
Yeah,
or was
it's
they had
basically
a
it's the same system basically. It's
Okay.
just a little different. Yeah, everything
back
transferred
end?
over, and uh so far I've heard good things from a couple people who've already got some sales made. So
Oh, cool.
Good for them.
who knows? Maybe it'll. Well, it was already pretty popular in my opinion. I knew the back end. I knew how many things were transacting through that thing, so I know it was popular. I was sad to shut it down.
Yeah.
So you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, the alternatives are Craigslist, Facebook, eBay. What else is there? That's it.
Nothing.
eBay's expensive these days. I'm always surprised how many people are ready to give eBay tons of money, but I guess eBay has the audience.
Yeah.
Pay for the audience. You pay for the audience.
You do. You absolutely pay for the audience. All right, it's getting late. Let's
Cool.
go to